Welcome. We are live, so we are good and welcome everybody. How's everybody doing
Hey,
tonight?
everybody. Good to see everybody.
Hi guys.
There's Sandra.
Mhm.
I'm going to go share
From
this out,
Money I
brother.
said, hey. Miss Sandra. How you doing, Sandra?
Yeah, the eagle's cool.
Yep.
Can you hear me okay? Am I like making any weird crackling sounds or anything?
Nope, you sound wonderful, like always.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at that beautiful smile. Look at there. Watch this. Boom.
Baby, I don't feel good. The
They
kids
are
are in bed.
sleeping.
Yes, they're all in bed.
Well, supposed to be sleeping, but
Boo's still awake. I can hear him singing. Everybody else went to sleep. Sandra, when they play now and when Lydia goes to bed now, they're pretend camping now. They think it's great. Hey, Prep, Tasha, love
hey,
you.
Tasha.
Man, when we were camping and Bentley made that farm on that tarp,
Yeah,
dude, he's so good. He had everything so organized. Bentley was awesome. It was so great.
he and Boo both are very, they like organization.
That's the OCD from her side of the family.
Right. Mm-hmm. Totally.
Right. That was an awesome camping trip.
That was.
Hey, Emma.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
Emma.
I enjoyed myself. It was fun. I wish it was a little warmer, but that's about the only thing that I wish the nights were a little warmer and
Warmer and longer.
Right? We need to plan like next year. I'll have vacation time at my new job, so I'll be able to like put in a week or something.
I miss Emma.
We're definitely going to have a fishing license. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I wish the trip was longer. It just went too fast. Way too fast.
Early September.
Yeah, I just wish Oklahoma wasn't either 95 or 25. There's got to be some kind of in between there.
Yeah.
It's like Missouri.
Well, we're not that far apart, so there's not that much difference.
Yeah,
So.
we're almost identical. We're like an hour apart, Dudley.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. 2 hours. Did y'all get any of those storms?
Last night?
No, we stayed dry. We didn't hear, not even thunder. We seen the lightning over your guys' way, but we didn't get anything.
We got some thunder, lightning, and rain.
It was rattling the house.
I agree, Sandra.
I think June would probably be best because we'll be coming out of the cold May and before it gets scorching hot.
Yeah, and then the kids can enjoy swimming and stuff. We can take them, swimming.
Yeah.
And
we'll figure it all out. We got a year to plan it now instead of 3 months.
We're going to plan for
and the stripers might be running.
Oh. Emma, you're in Nebraska?
Oh, you
might actually get some rain tonight, Emma. Whew.
Yeah, we should get a cabin in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Do what?
A cabin in Arkansas?
A cabin in Arkansas. I've never been to Arkansas, so I'd like to add another state to my repertoire.
Let's see. Hey, we can get one of those cabins by Diamond Crater. Go diamond mining.
Yeah, take a day for that. That'd be fun.
The kids
that would be cool. Is that in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
And if you find diamonds, you get to keep the diamonds.
Yep. You keep what you find, or unless you really want to sell them back to them. But they'll clean them and cut them, do the cuts for you and everything.
Dude, that would be awesome.
I think that costs extra though, dear, for them to clean them and cut them.
It might, but
Oh, yeah, but that would be so cool.
You can split.
I think I'd rather have the raw diamond. But you'd be able to find diamonds, crystals, geodes, a bunch of different stuff.
Different gemstones.
The memories we take away would be the ones we want to keep. I mean, the diamond.
That'd be the diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Okay, so I have figured out who Josh is now. Are you ready, Josh?
I'm ready. And I already apologize in advance.
Listen, I want to see. Y'all remember that old song, Johnny Put a Frog in Sally's bed?
Stop laughing at me, Dudley.
I'm going to see if anybody in chat remembers that song.
I don't remember the song.
That is cool, Tasha. I can't think of the song, but I was thinking he looked like Harrington Henderson's.
No.
Yeah, he's not tall enough.
And I can't remember something about somebody. I think it's Johnny or something. Put a frog in Sally's bed. It's an old kid song from way back. But anyways, that's Josh. He's the little brother that puts the frogs in the sister's bed. I'm gonna have to look that song up now.
Yep.
Okay, and just so that everybody knows, our camping video that we put out today in less than 2 hours was demonetized.
Yes.
Yes, it was. But we're gonna leave it that way.
Oh,
Whatever.
it was like, how was that possible?
Walk with thee.
Walk with thee.
A public.
Yeah. It's an open domain song. This song's been out since the 1800s or whatever.
That's
and because
ridiculous.
we played it, Marty played it on the guitar, they demonetized. But, they didn't demonetize us for Baby Shark or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or any other songs.
Free Bird.
Only the gospel song.
Hey, look at here. There's Backwoods.
Guys, I was on over with Hedgehog.
Speaking of sexy, hey, baby.
How's it going, Josh?
So, hi, Backwoods. How are you?
Good. Made it over.
Are you tired?
I didn't realize. No, I didn't realize he was going to go until 10 my time. I was like, wait a second.
It's okay.
I
It's
gotta
okay.
go.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm apologizing to everybody in advance, Backwoods. I'm sorry.
What'd you do now?
He looked in the mirror.
We're celebrating my wife's birthday, and I've celebrated too hard.
Uh-oh.
Josh, you're fine.
You're fine.
I too, in particular. Yeah. I got to need vodka. I'm tying vodka on tonight. Or as
I think we all need to
vodka.
Oh, nice. I have this
hardcore
coffee.
Coffee. My arthritis is through the roof, so I'm trying to knock
The
the
first
edge
time
off.
I've done anything like this in 5 years, so I'm
lightweight.
doing well.
Yep.
It's good, Josh. It's all good.
So how
Unless you get
been?
mouthy, and then I might have to reach through and smack you, but that's all right. Because that's what sisters
I
and brothers
wouldn't
do.
Oh, Lord.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah. No, I have to be nice to Josh for a while.
Well, I think Tasha's
Trish, I don't want you to be anything but you, girl. That's it. You just be you. We're good.
I don't know how to be anything but me. I'm sorry. Fake people make me want to puke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they give me diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that way of the mouth though. Just gonna leave it there.
Dudley, you're so cute.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
But you got the pretty
Okay.
lips.
Bruce,
Okay.
here in a little bit, I want to do a little Q&A with you that is totally not related to fire department, army, police, or any of those things.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
She's betting you.
And what? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this is going to be about sexy men in their early 40s. I'm down.
That leaves me out.
Oh, Lord.
What?
I'm 67.
Wiley.
Are them aqua blue headphones you got backwoods? That's
Yeah, something like that.
I love it.
Those were the only ones that were on sale when I got these like 2 years ago.
My head's too fat to wear headphones.
It's that enormous brain you have to pack around, huh, Josh?
No, it's fat. I don't have a brain.
See, I can't be fake for nothing. It doesn't work.
If I had a brain, it's all shut off from the rest of my body right now.
So Josh is not feeling any pain.
I ain't feeling nothing.
Yeah, man, that's when I would look at her and say, "Cause you ain't you." But yeah, I don't. Yeah, the whole Barbie doll thing.
My kids used to I give them Barbie dolls, but they hated it, and they didn't want to break my heart and tell them they hated their Christmas presents. So they would take them out and film them destroying Barbie dolls on a piece of plywood out beside the house. Like literally destroying them with hatchets and fire. It was crazy.
Yeah, my family realized real quick I didn't like Barbie dolls when I cut their hair off and fed it to my dog.
Ain't that considered
It's considered Joe Pius Barbie dolls. That's what it's
I
considered,
was
my
like
dog.
7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, mine too. They hated dolls. I bought them.
Well, because it's
I bought them 4 really nice ceramic dolls that look real, and I hang them up in their bedroom. And I didn't know it freaked them out. And then somebody told them they were alive, and they didn't sleep for 2 days. So it was crazy. They hate dolls.
Now, my grandma would crochet those dolls. You know, I can't even remember what they're called now, but she would crochet bed dolls and stuff when we were kids, and I loved those. I thought those were cool, but they were cute. But yeah, I was just never into the Barbie doll stuff.
My stepmom would crochet these 2-liter bottles full of sand as doorstop dolls, and we had one that looked like an elephant for the longest time. My kids would kick it around the living room.
My goodness. All right, well, before we get too far along here, can we do our prayer list for the night?
Yes.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. I've got a few, and if anybody has anybody to add, just let me know. Dustin, that's fine. We're glad you're here. Okay, so on our list, we have Betty Boo and her grandson, Cam. They're still in need of prayers. He's still recovering from his surgeries. We have Miss Tasha, prep for it, who's been under the weather. And no, it's not the, call it what you want. It's I think it's she's having withdrawal symptoms from our camping trip, but personally, but I'm kidding. Tasha's sisters, she's got 2 sisters that are needing prayer. One does have the thing, the other one has lupus, and also her brother-in-law has the thing. So they're in need of prayer. They're both home out of the hospital now, but they're in need of prayer still. And then we have Josh is going to handle this one because I'll cry. And Josh, you know what I'm talking about. And then Tammy from Rebel Canning, she's also under the weather, and she could use some prayers too. And Josh, if you could please fill everybody else in. I Matter of fact, I'll be back in a few.
Okay, y'all, this is going to be tough. Our dear friend Alicia Stone, she's in a lot of our chats. Her husband lost her battle with his battle with COVID tonight. He died today. So we all need to keep her and her daughter in our prayers because it's going to be a very, very rough time for them for the next few weeks. And I found out yesterday, my best friend here in Oklahoma, his mom is dying of lung cancer. She's got 3 months to live. So we just need to pray for everybody tonight. I think for everybody that we know, say a deep prayer, ask for discernment, and praise God for what He's given us. And know that He's got a plan for us. And this is His plan. He's calling His angels up to help Him today. And that's all I got to say about it. We all need to pray.
Yep. We definitely do. For everybody that needs it and for the family members that's left behind. They do, Emma. In today's world, it's going to get a long list.
Yeah, it's been a rough day in the community for sure. And there's upsides to having a very close community like we have. And then there's the side that we never want to hear about, but it always gets put to the forefront. So we got to help everybody through it. And we'll all get through this and we'll be stronger for it. But we just need to help the people we can and touch the people we can, live, love, and light, and move forward.
Yep. Well, there's my angel.
Did you read Suburban's?
Yes.
Do y'all want me to prayer now? Let's just say a prayer right now.
Let's just say one.
Let's not wait. Okay, everybody, I'll say it. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight to ask for you to please bless everybody in the community that we know. Bless all of our friends. Bless Suburban and the things that she's going through. Please bless Alicia and everything that she's going through. Give her the strength to proceed and to accept the plan that you have for her and her daughter. And please bless my friends that were all on the trip with us. Tasha, Sandra, Marty, Trish, Dudley. Bless everybody. We come before you tonight and humbly ask for your plan to be clear and to give us settlement tonight. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Well,
Sorry,
the sad
guys.
part's over.
Yeah, I'm a little sensitive to this stuff, so sorry.
A little
bit.
We'll get through this, y'all. I mean, everybody talks about putting people in the prayers, and we just need to do it when we need to feel it, and
Yep.
and get it, and
Yeah.
it'll help us.
Suburban, I can relate with the seizures. How I went through that with my son, so I can totally relate. It is hard. Oh my goodness! So,
Suburban.
hi, Doc Mac.
Hey, Doc Mac.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I guess you guys kind of want to hear. Hi, Courtney. About our little camping trip that we got to go on.
It was wonderful.
It was awesome. It was weird though, honestly, when I was hearing people's voices and they're not on my phone, my phone's in my pocket, and I'm hearing their voices. It was strange.
Well, when we got there, Josh, you were at work. You had been there the night before to help set up and stuff, and then we got there, you were still at work. And so we come around the corner, and I seen Tasha and Sandra, and I started waving. I'm like a 3-year-old. Oh.
Hell, Tasha had that fire rolling when I got there.
Yeah. Well, did you doubt her, Josh?
Not
did you
for a
doubt
second.
her? Okay. And so, hi Vicky, hi Hugo, welcome you guys. And so I get out of the van. Okay, I stumble out of our truck. Hi Ginger Ninja. And I have.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming. I love y'all.
When I got out of the truck, my legs were twitching and cramping. I thought I was about to punch a hole in the floorboard of the truck. It was bad. So trying to get myself to walk and stuff and get hugs. And then Sandra came around the corner of her camper with her little puppies, and I'm just an emotional person. So then I just started crying because I was so excited to see everybody. I'm a crybaby, just so everybody knows.
I'm telling you, Kenzie loves me. You guys didn't see it. I mean, because she was trying to bite me the whole time. But she loves me.
Oh, she only loves to try to eat you. And so we like, I think we chit chatted for just a second, and then Deli and I started, unloading the truck, and I was embarrassed. I'll be honest. I was so embarrassed rolling up to this campsite. Deli and I have gone camping numerous times. We've filled the back of our truck numerous times, and never in our entire lives have we gone camping with everything that we took. Our truck has never been that full of stuff. And the ongoing joke there was we brought everything but the kitchen sink, and Sandra and Marty brought that on wheels. So it was our joke. I was like, what are we packing that the whole truck is full? It was crazy. And so Marty helped us get the tent set up, and
Josh helped too.
And Josh helped too. And then the kids. Oh, thank you, Sandra. The kids just went. I mean, like, they instantly connected. It's so cute. They were just like bloop and gone and having a great time. And
see, why can't adults be like that nowadays?
I only managed to take one frisbee to the shin the whole time we were there, so that's good.
At least it wasn't a head to the groin.
Yeah, that's only when I come to your house.
I guess. Okay, for those who don't understand, my grandson is right at nut level with Josh, and he likes to go running at Uncle Josh to give him a hug, and the first thing that makes contact is always the head, and Josh hasn't yet learned to wear a cup when he comes to visit. So
look, I was on high alert, and I was doing very well up until the food got put out, and then my fat ass was thinking food and wasn't paying attention. It was my own fault.
But yeah, it was great. We had a fire the entire time we were there. The first night there got cold, but it wasn't miserable, unless you crawled out from under the covers, and then it was like, bah. I think it got 39 degrees that night. But it was great. It was great. Great food. Yes. Josh, that pork butt oh my God, it was so good, you guys. It was so good. So good. And
the Lord had a plan, because you guys, I mean, he wanted to bring us together one last time with the flat tire.
Okay, so if any of y'all write country music, we have a song for you. Anyway, so Marty's here, baby. Hi, Marty.
Got a flat tire, lost your dog.
We didn't lose the dog. Okay, hold on. I'll get there. We were literally next to the railroad tracks, literally sitting 10 foot from the railroad tracks. 2 hours and 5 trains later, we get the tire fixed. I was like,
ouch.
Yeah, you can imagine our ears by the time that was over with.
We seen 5 trains, and not one of them cars had a port car on it. Not a single one.
Nope.
They
were all coal cars or
tankers.
Fluid container.
Yeah.
Fluid
tankers.
Cars or.
But Yeah, it was wonderful. We had our s'mores and hot chocolate, and we had pancakes for breakfast and eggs, and Tasha
And
made.
I swear, like Trish and Dudley brought Sam's Club snack aisle with them. It was
Well, there was
cookies
kids.
and crackers and everything. We never ran out of anything to eat.
No,
We had a blast.
okay.
And y'all,
When you
Sandra
bring that many
and
preppers
Marty.
together, ain't nobody going hungry. I'm just saying.
Oh,
You're just
yeah,
not doing
for
it.
sure.
Hi, Courtney.
I mean, Sandra was handing out Thrive Life, and Marty's voice, man, we were all singing
my.
gospel. We were singing gospel around the fire. It was awesome.
It was. We put out our video today, our camping video today. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. You can witness Marty's guitar playing and singing. Amazing.
He is excellent.
It was great. It was great. And Tasha, the first night we were there, Tasha made hobo. What's it called? Tasha, I forgot. Hobo something. Oh, you didn't burn all the food.
You didn't burn nothing.
It's when
Hey,
you
I was cooking my own. What are you talking about? I
Exactly.
scorched my own. But we all every single one of us has made that recipe since we've been back. That's how good it was, Tasha.
Well, we made ours with chicken instead of hamburger, and it was so good. So
That's right, Marty.
So we were making a joke because we had our hobo stew, I think is what it's called, or something like that, the first night camping. And so we were all packed up around we had lawn chair out next to the road track, everything. It was great. I said, we're practicing to be hobos.
Hey, it wouldn't have been a hobo stew unless something got a little crispy.
Yeah, they were good.
Coffee.
Sandra, you might enjoy that big head instead of a shower head. Just saying, I didn't go there. Sorry, but anyway.
I don't know. Marty singing and playing is a running up to Marty Robinson.
Yeah, but it was wonderful. It was more than wonderful. I just don't have words. I just don't know. It was
You're
great.
a walking vocabulary. What are you talking about?
I am not. Of a 5-year-old maybe, but anyway, it was wonderful. Even we had a flat tire, but we didn't let it bring us down. We just sat there and visited some more, and it was great. It was just wonderful.
Finger to little doggy.
Yeah. Dudley, come on. What's your input on our camping trip?
It was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, but what were your highlights? Did you have highlights, low lights, any lights?
The only low light I could see was because my back.
Yeah.
But the highlight was from day one to the
Just
end.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Good folks, good friends, good family.
Well, you
It's
did
all
better
good.
than me. Tasha, I couldn't move. I felt like a lump on the log most of the time we were there. So I did throw some logs in the fire. I guess I wasn't totally useless. Oh,
It'd be warm at night.
funny. Yeah. So
Multitasker.
and Leah was there. Miss Gardner Leah was there. She came straight from her dialysis and stayed the whole night with us. And she was in so much pain, and I felt horrible for her, but she was there. It was great to see.
She was a trooper. She tried.
She
it was pretty good.
She did better than me.
Yep, she's a
No,
little.
Sandra, I think the only downside for me was I just hurt too much. I mean, that was me. That wasn't anything to do with anybody else. That was just me. I was just hurting so bad, but it was so fun.
We all need campers.
Yeah, we all need. Yeah. Yes, there you go. Tasha's got it. It ended. That was our downside. But I have to say, where we broke down at next to, well, we didn't break down, but where the tire was flat, we had 6 different people stop and see if we needed help or anything.
And one guy.
One
Must have
guy
been in
brought
the backwoods.
Yeah, one guy brought us a tire He's like, here, you can just have it, bring it to my house, and I can get it mounted for you if you need. The only issue was, it was a Chevy rim. It wasn't going to fit on the Ford, but I mean, we still have that tire, so there's our spare. I mean, it was just extremely humbling experience. It was. Yeah, and Tasha was, she was on it. She was here, there, and everywhere.
She was the queen of the roost.
She was chasing all the kids, and I'm just like, hey, no, Dudley. I felt bad. And then I was like, okay, I don't even know how far the bathrooms were from camp. And I know better than to try to walk that, but I was like,
Hey everybody, the gentleman I was talking about whose mom is terminal, he's here right now and would like to say hi to everybody, so I'd like to introduce you to my friend Leo.
I'm Cheeto. Hi. Hey, where's everybody at? Hi.
hello.
Hello.
That's Trish. That's Trish and Dudley. Dudley, they're the best people on the planet. Backwoods.
Oh, what's up?
Ex-military.
Hey, there he is.
Very good.
Big beard. I'm digging that.
Yeah.
Yep.
How y'all doing tonight?
You got a minute compared to him.
I know, right? I'm digging that. I'm jealous right now.
Yeah, he's got way better beard than you.
Yeah, he does. He does. He probably put some goop in there or something like that.
No, he doesn't. It's axle grease from a semi.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Pretty much.
Hey, at least it's grease.
Right?
That or rust from the Ford.
At least, well, I'm just going to shut up about the Ford.
Yeah.
It got us there, got us home. Now we just got to fix the damn transfer case or axle or something. It never stops. It never stops.
Marty's nickname is Superman from here on out. That man is Superman. That's all I got to say.
Ginger Ninja, I'm with you. There is nothing better than a campfire with a guitar.
A fiddle.
Maybe, but I really like guitar and campfire.
Or
And fellowship. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Sorry, Tasha, I'm blowing your cover. That woman has a beautiful voice, and she sang so many gospel songs, and all I could do was stare in the sun so I wouldn't cry, and thank God for the warmth from the sun and the beautiful just presence. It was amazing. It was so awesome. So awesome.
and
Of course, Dudley slept through all that, but
yeah, I was
he had
tired.
to take a nap with the baby.
Harmonica's nice too. Or get a couple banjos going. See, like I said,
Yep.
me, Josh, Marty,
Yes, Sandra, that was fun.
on a canoe ride
Oh, no.
in Tennessee.
No. We all know where that's going.
He was
No.
playing Deliverance.
Marty plays pretty good on the guitar, I'm just saying. I'm not sure which one squeals like the pig the best, but I'm just saying.
Josh,
Oh, man.
it's all right. Next week I'm gonna go get his spandex for him.
I think he said what I think he said.
Yeah, he Emma, we need to because she has a beautiful voice. She does have a beautiful voice.
She is shy, but man, she can sing. Don't let her shyness fool you. That girl can sing.
Here we go. That's funny you say that, Dustin, because that's usually what Dudley tells everybody else. That is funny. Somebody got you first this time, baby. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Oh, Dustin.
Yeah, you guys.
I got a question for everybody. Blackberry or apple?
Blackberry.
Are we doing a pig
He's
roast?
probably talking brandy or something.
Whiskey.
Either way, Blackberry.
Okay.
Hey, Backwood, get you some Bird Dog Blackberry. You will not be disappointed.
Oh,
I've got some, blueberry shine that we got when we were up in PA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drank a whole bottle peach moonshine just now.
Oh, fine.
Oh, that's store
Josh
bought.
ain't going to be with us very long then.
It wasn't a whole. The bottle was the size of a shot glass. I bought the mini shot glass because I'm not a drinker, so it's just a little $2.99 one, the tiny one.
Oh, the bird dog. I got some whiskey in there. That's bird dog, and I like it.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I don't have the blueberry or blackberry. I got another type.
Mm-mm.
It might be blackberry, dude. I'm into it pretty deep tonight. It could be blackberry.
I'm
Okay.
I don't care for blackberry or apple. So,
I have been informed it is blackberry, and I'm a dumbass.
you're not a dumbass. You're just drunk. There's a difference. Maybe.
I'm not that bad. I'm perfectly fine. I'm here to lighten the mood.
Bartender.
Marty's got the right idea.
Bartender. I really did it this time. Rolling the
No, I'm empty. Bartender.
Are you empty in the head or in the glass?
It was 6 a.m. I wrecked that bitch and then walked away. There's a song in there somewhere.
Lord happen. Gosh. My goodness. So how was everybody's week? Everybody have a good week?
When you're retired, every week's good, so.
Oh, well. I guess I'm semi-retired, sort of. But I raised 3 grandkids now, so I guess that knocks me off that list, don't it?
That ain't retired.
Yeah. Hi, Purple Tea Bear. Good to see you. I try to be retired. They won't let me, though.
You got to have a job first before you can be retired, Trish.
I had a job, thank you, asshole.
She's a mama. You better watch out. You might get smacked right up square of the head.
Oh my God, I've had some okay jobs and some nasty jobs, and Dudley don't even. My goodness. Yeah, Little Creek's crocheting. I haven't even looked at my crochet this week. I've been trying to recover from camping. I'm just like, oh my God, laundry, canning. I've been folding it all and putting it all away. My God. Like, Dudley washed and dried it all because I can't get to the basement.
You get down there.
Yeah, I'll get down there. Not probably 911 to get out, but the stairs and my knees do not cooperate.
We need to get a couple extra exercise bikes and just fashion a new way for you to get up and down the stairs. We can do it.
Why do I see the old lady on the gremlins flying out the roof of the house?
How did you know I was thinking about that exact thing?
I don't trust you and Dudley that much. Sorry. I love you both, but I got to draw a line. Pickle and jalapenos. I made cowboy candy the other day. What else? Oh, I got to pickle some okra. Tomorrow I'm canning chicken noodle soup or chicken soup.
Bruce never tried that.
Dudley's all the cowboy candy I need.
Okay, Bruce. Dudley wants to know, have you ever tried this? It's peanut butter flavored.
No, that looks like something that, was it Josh over on, oh, God. What's that?
Peanut butter whiskey.
I'm forgetting all the lives that I go on now.
Oh, man. I ain't drinking it.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Want a screwball?
No, don't need a screwball. I live with one.
You walked into that one, Dudley.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. I'll walk in and flip around.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow I got to can up a ton of chicken broth and chicken soup. Which, we ate part of it tonight. It was so good. Yeah, Ninja, I mean, all you can really smell is the whiskey. I can't imagine peanut butter whiskey. I just don't think I could do it. I don't think I could handle it. Woo! That Sloppy Joe recipe, I haven't tried it yet, Emma, but I would like to.
What?
Thank you, beautiful.
You're beautiful.
But yeah, I just threw a bunch of peppers in the freezer, so I was like, oh my gosh. But I think our garden's on its last leg. It's getting cold around here, so at least I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Yeah, I wanna know because Deli loves sloppy joes. I can't stand them, but my mom, when we grew up, we had the same meals every week, and I just got so burnt out on stuff that I can't do it anymore. So when people talk about food fatigue, I lived it. It's real.
Oh no, there ain't no such thing.
Okay, all right. You started the wood stove tonight, Little Creek?
That would be nice. Throw a cedar log in there. Let that.
I don't need a house fire, darling.
You just throw one log in there. You don't throw 20.
Yeah, well,
Throw one stick in there, just enough to get the smell.
better be a little stick.
Well, you know it is.
All right, we don't want to do fire department crap today. All right. Wood stoves are nice, but yeah,
Just make
I'd
suburban.
love to have a fire right now.
Just make sure you have a pot of
Right.
water on top of the wood stove.
Okay, so Bruce, we always hear you're on live streams, and it's always military, fire, police. You're always talking about those things. So what do you do for downtime? Like, what is? And you don't have to get like personal or anything, but like, I know for my dad, he had to have a break from it. So his thing was fishing.
My
Yeah.
downtime from it is actually, I would like to go out and go to the range and shoot, because that's a good way to get aggression out after you've dealt with dumbasses for so long.
Yeah.
You like to get a little aggression out, so that's a good way to do it. The other thing is I am a hardcore computer geek. I mean, I can program, I can do all the stupid stuff on the computer, and that's like my own hobby that I've had since I was about 10. So
That's
I have
cool.
been accused of being a geek several times. So
Good night, Dustin. Good night, Courtney. Thank you guys for
Good night,
coming.
Dustin. Good night, Courtney.
I
Lots
forgot
of
to
love
show
for
them. I
them.
got my shirt today.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I'm
That
an
is
official
cool.
poop trooper.
yeah. We gotta get one of them, man.
Yeah, do it
Well, you're
quick
the-
because she said it might get taken down again. That's when I went and got it. It's on her Redbubble account.
That you're the man with the money, honey. You do all the business. I just say okay.
We'll try to get one next week.
That's fine, baby. I don't care.
I'm gonna pull a Marty. I'm just gonna get it, then ask for forgiveness.
Okay, another question I have for Bruce. Yeah, you do that anyway, Dudley. So why would I be surprised? I mean, nothing new for me here, babe.
Easier to ask forgiveness than it is for permission.
Okay, if that's what makes you
Absolutely,
feel
that's
better.
what they told us in basic.
Yeah. So how long after you retired? Because I know you retired. How long did it take you to adjust to being retired, or have
Not
you?
long at all. I was
No?
tired of the crap.
God, it when I quit working because my son was on disability and I had to quit work so he could keep it. It took me a couple of years to get used to domestic life. I'll be honest. It's like, oh my God, yeah. It took me a long time.
I wouldn't let her get a job, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take me long because I was doing emergency management at the time, and fortunately for me, I got done doing that in October of 2019, right before all the stupidity started with all this crap that we're dealing with right now. That would have been absolutely crazy to deal with. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Nice.
Without saying the words and stuff, did you have any kinds of heads up that something was coming down the pike, or?
I had seen some stuff on the news,
Mm-hmm.
but like because I was in emergency management, we were connected to this thing called the LawNet, which was an email chain that went around. And we were hearing some stuff that around the ports in LA, some stuff was going on, but it was nothing that, we had like a flash from DC or something, watch out, this is coming. We didn't get anything like that until after everything was already rolling and they started closing stuff down. Then they put out a thing, I believe it came from CDC, and I still got it because they still had my email on the fan out list. So I was like, oh, this doesn't sound good.
Nice.
So do you guys do any camping or anything of that sort, or?
We haven't in a while, but
Yeah.
I did a whole bunch of that when I was in the military, obviously.
Yeah.
Didn't have a choice. It was go camp here, soldier.
You get the rough it. Yep.
Yeah, we haven't done much of that because, I did plenty of that for both of us when I was in, so
It's not something you really enjoy now, or?
it depends on the company, If we were out there and we're with 5 or 6 other people, yeah, absolutely. But the other thing you got to worry about then is if you're out camping somewhere, depending on the camping ground you're at, I go nowhere without a firearm on me, so they'd get all excited if you had a firearm on you. I'd be like,
Nah.
Well, where we were at, defense was pretty well taken care of.
I don't think any one of us didn't carry, except maybe Tasha.
I wouldn't say that.
Down here in Tennessee, it's constitutional carry now, so you don't even have to worry about having a license or anything. You can carry it open. You can carry it under your coat. They don't care.
That's the way it is there in Missouri. They got the Constitution carry.
Yep.
They still would like for you to get your concealed carry.
Yeah.
Just for the
But
training.
you don't have to.
But you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to here. They do have it's called an enhanced, and you can get that, and it's so that if you go out of state, you can carry, because a lot of people recognize they're enhanced because you actually have to go through a firearms training course that's at a state-approved facility, and you have to qualify with the firearm and everything. So you can go and get that, and then you go outside of Tennessee, and you can still carry as long as they have reciprocity with Tennessee.
Right. Which that leaves out California and Illinois.
California, Illinois, New York.
Yeah. All those places you don't want to go.
Yep.
Pretty much blue state, babe.
Yep.
All the places you need one.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Now, the good thing with Missouri is we have a Castle Law and Kelly Law. And so, which is pretty cool.
And I know where I can rent a backhoe.
No, with those laws, we're covered. We don't have to. And you have that insurance, so
Yeah.
whatever. I can't even.
CC8.
It's you, whatever. Bruce, you know what we're talking about. You was talking about it on one of the live streams a while back. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And so,
Castle doctrine, you have that in some states, and it depends on the state. Some of them are stupid about it. You have castle doctrine, but in there they state that you actually have to retreat like into your back bedroom and be cornered or some BS before you can do anything to protect yourself. It just depends on the state. So,
now have you heard of the Kelly Law?
haven't heard of that one.
Okay, Kelly Law is, say you come to my house and Dudley and I have to run to the store and we leave you in charge. All we have to do is say you defend these grandchildren at any cost and you're free and clear. Same as
That
Castle
sounds
Law.
reasonable.
You're covered under the
Yep.
Castle Law now.
So we have both. We have the Castle Law and the Kelly Law. So,
That's cool.
yeah. So anytime anybody comes to my house and I have to step away, then we automatically give them permission to defend it.
Yep.
I mean, we usually let
That sucks, Emma.
we let Jack take care of business for the most part, and if they get through Jack, then But we were so thankful when they passed those laws. It was a blessing because where we live in town used to be considered the good side of town. There's no such thing.
Typically, it's like the more liberal type of states that they have that. I think Ohio has some form of that where, like, you have to be cornered and the other person has to be armed for you to use the castle doctrine in Ohio. It's different in different states. It just depends on if they had like Republicans in the Congress and they had like a Democratic governor or something, so they would water it down and do stuff, make it more difficult for somebody to use the doctrine of your home to, not have to worry about it in legal terms.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly a lot of the blue states that do that. If you look around at the different castle laws that are out there, it's typically blue states that do that. They water it down to the point where it's like, well, this isn't even really castle doctrine anymore.
No.
Like
Hi,
I was saying.
Demeter.
Hey,
Hi,
Demeter.
Demeter.
Like I was saying.
Go ahead, babe.
Like I was saying, dead man tells no tales.
Yeah, you just got to make sure nobody has a camera around, right?
Ain't that the truth these days?
When we were having issues with the meth heads kicking in our garage door and windows, stealing all of our stuff, and he was out, that's back when he was driving over the road, and so I was usually home by myself, and I had a sheriff tell me, if you have to, make sure you release all rounds, that way it looks like you were fearing for your life. I said, okay.
Well, when you go to law, you go through the academy in law enforcement, they will teach officers to fire until they have to reload. That's what they teach a lot of police officers nowadays in the academies. They never taught that before. When I went through military police school, and then when I went through civilian law school after I was out, they would teach you just shoot until the threat is gone, is what the doctrine used to be.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they tell you to just unload your entire magazine, and in some cases, that could be 19, 20 rounds, depending on the type of gun you're using. That could technically be seen as overkill.
Yeah.
Somebody's down on the ground, they've already surrendered, why are you still shooting them? So
right.
I still go with the old school way, you shoot until the threat is gone.
Right. And see, that's what my dad told me, Yep. Well, and honestly, what he told me was, and it was with a Mauser, so you pretty sure you're familiar with how loud they are.
Oh, yeah.
And he said usually just the bolt sliding is enough to scare people. But if it's not, just shoot a hole in the floor and that should scare them. If not, then he told me to aim for the knee, because they're not going to ever walk or run again. So I was like, and I was 14 years old. I'll be honest. I was scared out of my mind. That's the last thing a 14-year-old wants to think about having to do. But, but I don't know that I have it in me, to be honest.
Oh,
I don't know.
One thing you don't ever want to rely on is like if you have a 12 gauge pump action, don't rely on the pump action scaring someone away. If you do that, you better be ready to fire.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think, oh, they just have a shotgun that's unloaded, so I don't have to worry about it. So don't count on just the sliding action being enough for somebody to run away. Some will, if they know what it is. Some others may not even know what it is nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Well, and times have changed. I mean, that's 32 years ago. Now you got everybody on meth or some kind of something, and nothing scares them. So nothing brings them down either, it seems like. So I
watched one video. It was Indiana State boys in a truck stop. I know exactly where the truck stop is. They're off of 465 and Harding Street, a pilot chasing a guy in there in a van. 4 of them unloaded on him and missed. He took off on foot.
Oof.
Holy crap, Suburban.
I threw them each a roll of quarters and said, go to the arcade and practice.
Sorry, babe. I totally missed what you said because I was reading Suburban's comment over here. Sounds like she lives in Berry County. I know she don't, but that's how they do business in Berry County too. So the good old boy networks,
That's McDonald County. Well, it used to be. The sheriff ran that county years ago.
Right, Ginger Ninja? Yeah, I hope I never have to face that because I don't know if I could live with myself afterwards.
Yep.
I'd be in a lot of counseling.
I had a shotgun. You only shoot once.
Do I? Oh God, Dudley, are you talking about that? Just blah.
It was legal.
Okay, don't make it. Okay, so Bruce, he brings home his 12 gauge, right? And the barrel's sawed off. It's still legal. It's within legal limits, but it's sawed off. And there was a 6-inch butt on it. They cut the butt down. It was a 6-inch butt, and I said, I will never, ever, ever touch that damn thing ever. It's one of those you butt up against a tree and fire because you definitely don't want it on you.
Yeah, I don't like the shock waves that much. It sounds kind of like that's what it would look like is one of the shock waves that Mossberg sells.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you have a weapon in your hand and you're using it to defend yourself, you want to make sure you're going to hit whatever's in front of you. So everybody thinks that if you have a shotgun, you don't have to aim, but you do need to aim.
A little bit.
When those pellets come out of there, they don't really expand to a big actual pattern until they get about a good 15 to 20 feet from the actual barrel of the rifle.
Right.
So if somebody's closer than that, and you just shoot thinking I just have to shoot in the air and I'm going to hit them, a lot of times people would miss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're expecting a wide spread of buckshot
and
out or something.
That's the part that scares me, and Emma is correct. As society breaks down more and more, the likelihood of facing that kind of situation is reality. And what scares me is all these people running around buying up all this stuff, and they don't have a damn clue what they're doing. They don't know what they've got. They don't know. Yep. That scares me. When you bury 14-year-old kids because they think it's ha-ha fun and they're not going to get killed because it's a shotgun, and it's at point blank range and rips their entire throats out,
Yep.
You might as well be getting shot with a slug at that point.
He was dead instantly, basically. So, I mean, it's, and that's the part that's bothering me right now is,
Well, yeah, it's scary when you think about it. In the last 2 years, there's been almost 2.5 million guns sold. And most of those people were not prior gun owners, so they have no idea how to be safe with a firearm. They don't know the rules of using a firearm, Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to actually destroy something. Don't point at something unless you mean to completely destroy it and blow it up.
Exactly.
A lot of these people that are just getting guns right now don't understand these things, and they don't understand if they keep their finger on the trigger. It depends on the type of weapon. If it's already loaded, you may have, instead of a 10-pound pull on it, you might have a 2.5-pound pull, depending on what the type of weapon is. If it's a revolver and it's fully cocked, that's where getting the saying going off half cocked is from.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because of revolvers. And then you also had the flintlock firearms from the Revolutionary Wars. You could half cock those too, and it wouldn't fully light off the pan, and you wouldn't end up getting enough fire into the firearm to actually fire the round off.
Right. Sorry. Me and my chair are having difficulties. Okay. No, I live in a neighborhood where people are starting to do that, and it's making me very nervous because it's like, okay.
Yep. Rep's got it right. Don't give warning shots, but ammo's too expensive right now.
Well, yeah, and in a lot of places, if you do a warning shot and you break a car window out or something, you're going to be responsible for that because you're responsible for wherever the round lands.
Yeah.
So that can be a dangerous thing to do. And a lot of people believe that police officers will do a warning shot. Absolutely not. If you're allowed to fire that weapon, you fire it at whoever gave you the authority to fire it. So if somebody's threatened you, now your weapon's out, you're ready to shoot, then you shoot that person. You don't shoot a wild bullet in the air and let it drop somewhere and kill somebody.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Whatever goes up must come down.
Yep. And Sandra's correct there too. Center mass. Yeah, that's now my brother. That's what he taught me. He was in law enforcement. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. And he said, aim for the center of the chest. I think, and I was 18 at that time. And I honestly think the reason my dad told me to aim for the knee is being 14, he didn't want me to see the, I mean, I can only imagine shooting somebody in the knee with a Mauser, I'm in my mind, leg's gonna be
That'd be a
fine.
much tougher shot with a rifle.
Yeah.
Well, hell, at 14, I could barely hold the damn thing. So,
Shotgun, it might be a little easier, but it depends
He
again
did-
how
yeah.
far away he is.
my dad didn't own a shotgun at the time. He just had a couple of rifles for deer hunting, and that's one of them he had. And
Yeah, he has a.
but after that, he amped up. After that, he amped up. So
He
yeah,
has
so.
some few World War II shells for that.
Mhm.
That's the cruise missile lead, where they're
Yeah.
all just plain lead, no casing.
Yeah, I just go ahead, baby.
I said that will expand a bunch.
Mm-hmm. And that's the other thing is you get these kids. We know a kid now. He's like 19 now, but he went and got. Was it a 9, babe?
Yes.
Put it in his car, and it got stolen. And he doesn't know if it was stolen in this town or that town. He has no idea. And he was running around showing everybody, bragging, and he bought all hollow points for it. And I'm just
it was a nice pistol.
Mm-hmm. And that's the part that scares me. I mean, he was raised deer hunting and stuff too, but he's a little too cocky. It just makes me nervous for him. I mean, he's the type of person you hear about that ends up dead because they get too cocky. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if it came down to it, I could do it. I just don't want to. I mean,
It comes down to that fight or flight sense.
well, and when that gets triggered with me, I fight, but I just don't want to deal with the aftermath of it, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
It's not fun. And the mess is not cool. And yeah.
I'm just curious, if you do that inside your house,
we would move. I wouldn't stay in this house. Just saying.
Does the authorities clean the mess for the
Typically, what
biohazard?
would happen is because you would have to contact law enforcement because you fired a shot and you actually hit someone, so you're required by law to file a police report concerning that. And when the police got there, they would have their evidence team come out. They would collect their evidence, and then typically after law enforcement leaves, they would call in a crime scene cleaner, and they would cut the carpet out. And if they had to cut out any of the drywall or anything like that, they'd do that. But they're not going to fix it. They would just leave it that way.
Oh, well, that
Yep.
sucks.
Yep.
Good night, Josh. We love you guys. Happy birthday,
Good night,
Leah.
Josh.
And just in the area we live, babe, they don't do the greatest job cleaning messes. So
No.
we live in Podunk, Missouri. So
Well, I've seen what the fire department does. I can just see what the cleaning department would do.
yeah.
Oh,
Demeter. Yeah, and not the entire police department here where we live, but there are a few on our police department that are
pretty nice.
Sure, we'll say that. They're there to collect a check and that's it, basically. They don't want to do paperwork. They don't want to do their job. And I've had to run in with a couple of those where we had people, we live on a dead-end street, and they were riding up and down our street, screaming out their window they were going to kill my son. They had no business on that street because it wasn't a thorough street, so they were here intentionally, threatening him intentionally, threatening my my daughter, and the cops, like, they're free to do whatever they want. And I said, They're threatening their lives. They've done it on Facebook. Now they're here at our home doing it, and they were stopping. They weren't just driving by. They were stopping. And this is what he said, Bruce. I'm not lying. My daughter said, isn't this a terroristic threat when they're threatening to kill us? The cop's like, no. He said, you could go to the bank, put your ATM card in there, and if that machine eats your ATM card and you say you're going to blow up the bank, that's not a terroristic threat. And I said, I don't know where the hell you've been for the past year, but people go in prison for that shit.
Yep.
And he looked at me
Yeah,
and he's like, where'd you get your law degree? And I said, I don't need a law degree.
Cracker Jack box.
Oh my
well, yeah,
God.
I mean, typically, if you mention anything about a firearm or bomb or anything near a bank or any kind of federal facility, you're not just going to be let go. I mean, at the very least, law enforcement's going to show up and they're going to detain you, get your name, information, where you live, all that, so that they know where you are. So that if something happens in the future, they know, oh, this guy said he was going to do that, and now it happened.
Yep.
And my luck, I'd do that and a gas main break under the bank and blow it up.
That's why I tell you to shut up all the time, Dudley.
Suburban Hillbilly, you talking about a 1911? That's a 45, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja, you get put on a list. That's right. Yeah, so that's the type of police that we usually get stuck with on those kind of things that I don't want to deal with because I just don't have it. Yep. Don't have it in me. I don't have the patience for that crap.
We've had a couple officers that was on our side.
Yeah. There's just the two that have to ruin it, you know. And my luck, we'd get those two.
Oh, yeah. Actually, one got promoted up to detective. So.
Oh, joy. That's even better.
The one you were just talking about.
Landreth?
Yep.
Ah.
Detective. Whatever happened to Kermit?
He retired, baby.
Oh.
He retired.
Or be like a one guy from Purdy that you
from
went to
where?
school with. That you went
Chris.
to school with. Yeah.
Chris.
Tell them that those other people, no, I ain't giving their address.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was
You can tell Bruce that story. I'm trying to figure out what Suburban's talking about over here. I know it's firearm.
19. That's the smaller size one than the 17. 17 has a full size barrel. The 19 has 3.5 or 4 1/4 inch barrel, so it's easier to conceal and carry.
My brother, that was a Leo, he had a Glock, and that's the first handgun I ever fired was his Glock. And they scare me. I don't know why. Handguns scare the crap out of me. Rifles don't bother me.
You don't have as much control because all that you have holding the weapon in place is your wrist.
Yeah, and I have weak wrists.
Even somebody with really strong wrists, when you fire the weapon, typically the recoil is going to cause your wrist to break and the weapon's going to come up just because of the mass of the slide going back and forth on the weapon.
Yep. Yeah, I just don't like them. I don't like them at all. Hey, fishes. Hey, girly girl.
Hey, you got a thumbs down.
When Dudley went on his panic buying spree last year, we took them all out to my dad's house. He lives on a farm, and we were out there shooting them and stuff. And I don't remember which one it was. And my dad's got huge hands. I mean, huge hands, and the slide right over his thumb all the way to the bone.
That's called a Glock fight.
Yep.
It's called
Which gun was it that got him, babe?
It was Sheba.
Which one's Sheba? Because I don't remember.
The black one above your head.
Okay. Yeah, I got to play doctor that day. That was fun.
No, but back to the story. We was letting a couple stay with, or a family stay with us, and her ex-husband or wherever he was kept calling our police department to come check on him for a welfare check or whatever. Well,
Yeah, with
I
her
guess
kids.
he got tired of our police department telling him they're fine. Yeah. So he called his sheriff department, which called our police department, and the sheriff asked for our address to give to him. The cop said, "No, I ain't giving you the address, because if I do, we're either going to be dealing with a homicide or an assault charge, and I ain't doing it."
Yep.
I was like, thanks, Chris. He's like, well, I got him off your back. Yeah, they called the state in on this twice. So we had state in the house, inspecting the house, making sure the kids were safe. And Chris would roll up, and the state's like, I don't know what's going on. And Chris was like, the guy's just trying to cause trouble for the ex-wife. And the state was looking at us, and she's like, I'm really sorry to have to come in your home like that. And I'm like, I don't got anything to hide. I mean, I'm not going to let anything happen to
We
these
had
kids. So,
state workers coming in twice a week for a while
yeah.
before that.
Yeah, our granddaughter was, So we had mandated reporters in our house on a weekly basis. So I was just like, come on, more the merrier. So.
Not to mention we was getting looked in background checks for being foster parents. So, come on in. More the merrier. We'll sit down and have a barbecue.
Yeah, Suburban, I wouldn't want to try that. No. Don't do fake fingernails. God. I could imagine setting my fingers on fire. Oh, man.
Ouch.
You didn't read her comment? Babe, you didn't read her comment? She said you can set acrylic nails on fire with rapid fire on a Glock slide. I admit, I did that.
I'm shocked it didn't melt the gun. I never did really care for Glocks. I don't like one that a dog can chew and mess up.
I never had any issues with that. The Glocks, the reason a lot of people like them is because when you need it to fire, it always fires. You don't have it lock up on you. You don't have a safety that's in the way that you forgot to unlock. There's the one on the trigger, that's it, and it fires. Yep.
It's reliable. About as reliable as a 47, but I never much was on Glock. I like that old SM or Remington.
Hi, Kimmy Walker. Welcome. I'm not familiar with you. I haven't seen you in any chats. So welcome. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Suburban. This must have been before he met me, because I'd have picked it up and smacked him in the head with it. But why would you have that where a dog can chew on it? I wouldn't,
but I've seen videos of the dog get a hold of it and chew the back of it and be all gnarly.
That's ridiculous. Those people don't need they don't need to own firearms. God. Yeah, I don't know. Crazy. Okay, so I have to ask Ginger Ninja a question.
No.
I think my vodka's starting to kick in. Sorry, everybody.
Your vodka?
Ginger, what kind of plastic did you use on your TP greenhouse? I don't know if y'all seen her video. That was awesome. I think Dudley needs to build me some now.
I got toilet paper.
Wrong TP, baby.
Oh.
Wrong TP. Yeah, Superman has
it. Oh, Kimmy.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing the channels. I appreciate that. All right, Bruce, I know you've traveled the world some, so what was your favorite place? Where were your favorite place to be stationed?
Over in Germany was where I liked it the most. Of course, they have good beer over there, so.
Yeah, but it's warm.
Big shock, right? It's kind of warm. They keep it in a lukewarm state. They serve it that way because if you get the German beer too cold and you pour it in a glass, it foams up way too much. You'll end up with half of it on the floor because of the foam.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, my cousin was over in Germany when they tore down Berlin Wall.
Yep.
That was cool.
Well, ain't it over in Germany? Anything under, was it 15% alcohol is considered pop?
Yeah, most of the German beer is at least 12% alcohol by volume. So it's considered Kinder beer if it's below 9%. So like most American beer, they will allow the restaurants over there to serve to children because it's considered a Kinder beer. It's less than 8% alcohol.
Yeah.
That's,
Fishes, I was lurking on your live stream last night. Sorry, I've been exhausted since we came home from camping trip, so I've just been lurking on everybody's live streams.
yes, Fishes. I can't believe that one dude got after Bob like that.
Yeah, we were both like, holy crap. If there was a way to reach their computer, I think Bob might have done that last night because I was like, oh shit. Emma, that sucks. I'm sorry. How many subscribers do you have now, babe? Like 40?
I think so.
Woo! You're hitting big time. Not really, but
It keeps going up and down, so.
yeah. Yeah, when he told me they demonetized that video today, I was just like, they hate God, so what do you expect, you know?
I disputed it, but see how far that goes.
Yeah, Germany is, we had a foreign exchange student when I was in high school, and he said that they were going to the bars by the time they were 14 years old. It was no big deal. Like, that was the normal thing there. And this was back in 92, sorry, my bad. You had a choice. Once you hit a certain age, you could either be a farmer or you join the military. Those were your two choices. That's what he told us. So, do you know anything about that?
Well, over in Germany, they have mandatory every male when they turn 18, they are compulsorily entered into the German military.
Yeah.
It's a requirement for, I believe it's either 2 or 4 years, one of the two.
Yeah.
And they have to do it. They don't have a choice. They have to go through basic training. They have to learn basic marksmanship. And then they're typically put into an infantry unit. But you also have to remember, Germany does not deploy all over the world like the U.S. Army does.
Right.
So it's a lot different being in the military over in Europe than it is being in the military in the United States.
Yeah.
We're the only country in the world that has like 100 military bases around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when you join the military, you know pretty much you're going to be deployed somewhere overseas at least once in your career, if not more.
Yeah, when I was signing up to join, they told me pick 3 overseas bases and 2 stateside. You'll get shit to one of them maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Germany was my first pick overseas.
It should have been your last, but
They told me good luck.
Yeah, when I originally got in, when we went to basic, at the beginning of basic, they have you fill out a wish list for where you would like to go when you graduate. So, of course, the first for just about everybody was Germany, because everybody wanted to go to Germany. That was in Europe. It was a great place to be. And they knew that, you could go from Germany to England in less than a day and be back at base, the same day. Because you could just go across the channel and boom, you're there.
Jump on the train.
Yep. So you wouldn't even need to get like a leave pass or anything because you were still in Europe and you were just in a different country. It wasn't any big deal. That's why a lot of people wanted to go over there because there were so many different countries you could visit without needing anything at all. All we had to have was our ID card from the U.S. military, and you go right through the checkpoints.
And it's cheap.
So
they jumped those trains, and it was cheap, is what I was told.
Yep. Yeah, when I was over there, the exchange rate for the Deutschmark was 1.75 for each American dollar. So you were getting about 75 cents extra per dollar that you made. So a private was making about the same money as a sergeant would. A sergeant was making the same as like a platoon sergeant in E7 or an E8 was, just because of that exchange rate. So if you went out on the German economy, your money was worth a lot more because you were being paid in American dollars.
Wow.
I think I picked Germany,
Japan.
Japan. There's another one. I think it was the Middle East. But my two stateside, I was either want to go to Fort Lost in the Woods or Bragg.
Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri, huh?
Yep.
That's what we always called it.
Yep.
Now
That's
I thought
actually
we
where
go-
they moved the MP school now. It was down at Fort McClellan, Alabama, and it's now up there at Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri.
Yep.
Yep.
So is all of the A8 Mikes, truck drivers.
Yep.
They're all AIT'd out of there.
Okay. I knew they did the chemical and the MP school up there. I didn't know they were doing the truck school up there too.
Yep. They started that, I think, 6 years ago.
Yes, but they told you since you already knew how to drive truck, they would put you somewhere else.
Yep. They put
So-
me in as a specialist. I'm like, no. But that would have been better than private. So
Yeah, but he told you would not be a truck driver though, dear, because you already know how to drive it. So, but yeah, it was funny because when my brothers joined back in the 90s, well, actually I think it was the late 80s, but they come home pissed because everything that they put on their paperwork, they got the exact opposite.
That's what they did to me too. I put on
Yeah,
Germany,
and-
they sent me to Korea.
Yeah,
You
and
know-
my dad's like, "Ew, you dummies, if you'd have asked, I'd have told you how to do your paperwork. That way he could have went to where he wanted to, because that's what the military does.
Yep.
They send you to where you don't want to be." And so I was telling Dudley, they're going to lie to you to get you to sign the papers. It doesn't matter. They're going to sugarcoat and lie through the damn teeth, because that's what they do. And so I got in there, and because I went with him to the recruiter, and the recruiter was saying all this crap, and I said,
Good night, Emma.
he didn't graduate. He didn't graduate high school, so how does he go about getting a GED? And he said, "Oh, we'll send him to school and blah 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 blah." It's like, okay. And I said, now since he already knows how to drive a truck, is he going to be able to still drive that truck? He's like, well, and I said, so no. And he's like, probably not.
Yeah, when you're enlisting to go into the Army, the way they did it, at least when I went in the late 80s, was after you passed the physical and you got the doctor's signature that, yeah, you qualify to enter the military, you go back upstairs with the career recruiters that are at the MIP station, and you would sit down with them, and they'd tell you, okay, with your ASVAB score, you qualify for these jobs, and they'd show them to you. What would you like to do? And then you tell them which one you like to do. They'd tell you, okay, that means you have to be in for 2 years, and you have 4 years of service afterwards in the reserves, and then you're free and clear. And, if you want to do that, you can also, sign up if you want to go and learn how to jump out of airplanes. We'll let you go to airborne school or whatever, and that would all be in your contract when you signed up. And then when you left to go to basic, that's what they were going off of at basic training. It'd say, okay, he's leaving here, he's going to airborne school, he's going to air assault school, he's going over to Korea. And that's how they'd set that all up.
Yep. I'd want to go through jump school just to have the experience. I've always wanted to just go skydiving.
You can do that. You can do it now. I'm sure they got some there in Missouri.
Oh, they got one right up the road, but
No, they don't. They closed it.
yeah, they had a few too many accidents.
Oops, might not want to go there then. An
Yeah.
accident typically is not too good when you're parachuting.
And not when you take out a whole plane of people.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No.
What I've read about it and heard about it, they only trained you for like an hour, then take you up.
Well, that's not why they got shut down. They got shut down because they weren't keeping up with their equipment.
That too.
Remember the plane crashed? It took out the entire crew and all.
Yeah.
7
think it was-
people.
A couple minutes after takeoff.
That's not very inspiring to go to that school ever again.
No,
No,
it's closed. It is closed.
they
And
still fly out there. I still see planes take off out of there every now and then.
well, yeah, I mean, that's that guy that owns his own. What the hell is it?
Taxi service.
No,
Oh,
biplane.
oh, the biplane.
Yeah, the yellow biplane.
Oh, the doctor.
Yeah, he lives not too far from there. Remember,
Oh, no.
between Mount Vernon and Miller. It's cool to see flying. But yeah, as far as the jump school, it's done. They still have it open to people, private planes, whatnot, but not.
Yeah, I know. There's a couple places when we were still living in Pennsylvania that they did parachuting from the planes, and if you actually went in, you could show them your graduation certificate from airborne school in the Army. They would give you like an hour class, just a refresher to make sure you didn't forget some important things. Don't pull this buckle or your parachute comes off and you got a problem. Because there are buckles you can pull that actually will release the entire system that's on you, so that if you get hung up in a tree, you can pull that buckle and get loose.
Right.
So they want to make sure you don't hit the wrong buckle, and at 15,000 feet, you start taking a little dive. That wouldn't be good.
No, that or accidentally release your main chute and go pull out your auxiliary.
The auxiliaries suck because they were always on the front of your chest.
Mm-mm.
At least in the Army, they'd be across the front of your chest.
Right.
And you'd have to literally pull the ripcord out with your hand, and then it would deploy. Those sucked.
Yeah.
That's I like the ground. I'm just gonna keep my feet here and pray to God I never have to be up there.
Yep.
Nope.
Tandem jumps aren't bad. That's what my wife always wanted. She said, they can just tie me on the front of you, right? I was like, yeah. She always wanted to do that. I was like, I don't know. I've got busted up ankles from doing that. So,
Ouch.
Ouch.
I don't trust any human being that much. No way,
Trust
Jose.
me.
No. Right. The person who's dropped me on my head 4 times. I totally trust you.
I didn't drop you. Gravity took you from me.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Trish ain't flying. Nope.
Oh,
They were
trust me.
trying. He wanted me to go to that stupid nope, and I was like, not going. My son wanted to go. Now, when Morgan was in junior ROTC, he got to go on helicopter rides and stuff like that, and he just thought that was the coolest thing ever. He did. He loved it, but
I just want to fly a plane myself.
no. Can you wait till I'm dead before you do stuff like that?
No.
Yeah, I'll have a heart attack. Deadly.
See, I was wanting to go in as a warrant officer, but they wouldn't do it.
Hi, kicking it with Harold. Glad you came in.
Hey, kicking it.
So we got your favorite destination.
I thought we wasn't going to talk about military.
No, I'm just
She
trying
just
to get
asked me the
outside of
country,
the
I was
normal stuff. I'm trying to get away from that, because
Yep.
Trying to break up the monotony and stuff. I guess I don't know, but what's one of your favorite experiences through it all? I mean, do you have like
There's
one
been a
thing
few.
that there's not just one that stands out? Sorry.
I don't know. Probably one of the best things was number one, graduating basic and then going on to airborne school, graduating there, and then going straight from there to air assault school and graduating that. So when I went into the regular Army, I already had jump wings and my air assault wings on. And of course, that got me a lot of BS from people because I'm a brand new mosquito wing private going over to Korea, and I show up with jump wings and air assault badge on. And they're all checking to make sure I'm authorized that and everything. It was funny to watch. Oh, you actually passed it. Yeah, I did.
Man.
Yep. I
I
was
was
gonna
going
go
to
in.
ask if you got a lot of slack for that because I know.
I was wanting to go to the jump school, air assault, and a few other ones, but it just take too much time away from home.
Well, yeah, when I initially went in, we had to go through basic training and AIT with what's called OSET, one station unit training.
Mhm.
So we were at Fort McClellan, Alabama for, at that time, it was 16 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
And you graduate there, and then they'd send you over to Bragg. You do your jump school, and at the time, they had two options. They could either keep you at Bragg, and they did have a air assault school that ran there. But a lot of times, what would happen, especially if you were new or a private, they would put you on a plane and ship you up to Campbell, where the 101st Airborne was, because they were the actual air assault unit in the Army. They would send you up there, and they would have them train you up for the 2 weeks to do air assault.
Yeah. My cousin's in. He just got back from Korea last year. He went over there, done some kind of training.
Yeah, he got locked down over there for a while.
It's,
Yeah, to meet her. We
I
had a good
wouldn't
time.
recognize it now, I'm sure, because when I was over there, it was back in the late 80s. So it was a completely different world back then, because we still had like 4 or 5 divisions of U.S. Army that were stationed there in Korea permanently. And now I believe they're down to like 2 or 3 divisions that are there. So it's completely different, I'm sure.
Yeah, he just got his staff sergeant not too long ago either.
Okay.
Babe, that was
He's a
last year.
lifer.
That was last year, dear.
Yep.
Um,
I'm blessed.
yeah, it was last year. It's all right, baby. Your time runs together. Is there any place that you wanted to go that you didn't get to go?
Not that I can think of. My big thing is I wanted to get over to Germany because I was a history buff, so World War II was something that I always wanted to see, you know, these places that I'd read about in the books.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want to go there and I want to see that. Really, the best place to do that was to go over to Europe and actually see the World War II battlefields. And you could place everything in your head from what you'd read in the books. And you could say,
cool.
oh, yeah, that was about where that was happening and stuff. And I found that really interesting. A lot of guys, when I was over there, they didn't care. They just wanted to get drunk and get out of there as quick as they could.
Right. So so you traveled a lot. You got to see all the...
Yeah, while I was there, I would always go out on the weekends. Like because I was an MP, we would a lot of times end up, when we were on the hard site, when we weren't deployed out in the field, we would work like a Monday through Friday type of deal, and we'd work from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, and then have a weekend off.
Right.
While the core MPs would come in and cover for us, and then they would leave after the weekend was over, and we go back. So a lot of times we ended up with weekends off, and we could just go out and drive all around Europe. And you know, in Europe, you can go to like 5 different countries in a day because everything's so close together over there. So you could be from Germany, you could drive all the way west in Germany, end up in France, and then you could go up out of France and end up in Holland and all those areas. So it was fun. I had a good time because I got to go to a lot of different countries that I never would have been able to go to before.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know, because the whole World War II, it spanned like the whole everywhere.
Yep, the entire
So
continent.
did you get into Italy and France and all those areas too, or?
Yeah, they actually had a Armed Forces Recreation Center that was down in Sicily, which is off the Buda, Italy.
Yeah.
And we'd go down there, and they would fly you down on a military flight, so you didn't have to pay to fly down there. And then once you got there, you'd have your little chip from the division that you were at up in Germany, and that would allow you to go over to the Armed Forces Recreation Center, and you didn't have to pay for anything. It was all paid for because you were there on leave.
Well, that's
and they
cool.
would allow you to do that so that you weren't there for like 3 solid years and couldn't take any leave and be completely burned out when you left. So they would let you go down to. They had armed forces recreation centers in different places in Germany. They had a couple that were down in Switzerland. They had some that were over in Italy. And you'd go there, and everything there was basically paid for you. You didn't have to pay for hotels or anything because they were all run by the Army. So it was pretty cool. I had fun while I was over there.
Yeah. Good night, Little Creek. I don't know if I got to tell you or if maybe it was somebody else, but I have family still in Italy, and we have a letter that was written during that time to our family here in the States where we had a cousin and he would not cooperate with the Germans, and they took him and several other young men and lined them out in front of his mom and dad's house and firing squad because they wouldn't cooperate. So
Yeah, there was a lot of that happened.
mm-hmm.
And of course, you have to take everything with a grain of salt too, because the victors determine what's actually written about in the war books.
Right.
If you lose the war, you don't get any say in it. But
Right.
we do know that happened at several different times during the war, so it's not that far fetched to believe that happened.
Right. Yeah, there. And that was in Turin, Italy. Turin, Italy. It's up by the Alps there.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. That sounds about right, because that's where they would have had the German Mountain Division at the time, because the Germans were one of the only militaries in the world at that time that had mountain divisions. If you'll notice, we have one now in the U.S. military because of what they learned in World War II. They needed to have specialized troops that knew how to climb rock faces and knew how to rappel and everything like that, which is not something they typically teach everybody to do at a professional level. They expose you to it so that you know how to do it if you have to do something, but they don't teach you everything about it unless you go through specialized training.
Yeah. That, yeah. And then, of course, there's still communication with them, with what family we have left over there still today, and we get pictures and stuff. It's beautiful up through there. So, but, yeah, I couldn't imagine. Oh, I couldn't imagine having to live through that. And we're getting ready to do that, it sounds like.
Well, it's about like them back in couldn't imagine what we're living through today. So,
That is true, Sandra. That is true.
I always temper it when people, ask me about stuff. Oh, I heard this happened over there. I heard that happened over there. I always tell them, we won the war, so we wrote the history of it, not the Germans. So you can't just take what we write in books about it as the God-gospel truth of it. There's a million different sides to it, and I'm sure the writing of it from a German side would be a lot different. The writing of it from an Italian side would be a lot different, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the British, I'm sure theirs are worse than our book said it was over there because of what happened to them with the bombing of London and everything.
Yeah, it's like I was talking to, back when I was trying to learn Japanese and all that, I was talking to a guy and he said, over there, they're teaching them we were the bad guys.
Yep. That's the way it worked.
And just depending on which side you're looking at the book.
Yep.
It's like one old saying, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
Yep.
Yeah. I just wish the people of this country knew what they were in for. I know some of them in our area are starting to wake up. They're starting to get pissed, but it's like, yeah, I was warned. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. Too scary. I don't think my brothers did any kind of like that kind of traveling and stuff while they were there. I think they were more about the drinking and the Autobahn more than anything until they wrecked. Now, my cousin, he was a little more interested. He was Air Force. So,
Well, that's why he didn't have nothing else to do.
oh wait,
Talking
wait.
about the chair force.
Bruce calls that
Right.
chair force, not the Air Force. I forgot. I got to keep up with the times, don't I? I was going to say that, Bruce. You beat me to it.
Their thumbs get sore on those controllers playing around.
Yep.
Do what?
Their thumbs get sore playing on the controllers.
Yeah. We
I
do
don't
that
know.
individually between the military services, but when the chips were down and there was actual fighting going on, the Air Force were some of the best friends of the Army, because if we called for fire support, typically there'd be a jet overhead, especially in Desert Storm, and 9 times out of 10 that jet would be an A-10 Warthog, which would come by and they destroy tanks. And if we were calling for assistance, typically it was because there was a tank out there. Our tanks were too far behind us or too far ahead of us. They couldn't get there, so we'd have to ask for air support. And they'd come in and they'd just strafe them, and they were gone. And we're like, yes, we don't have to worry about it.
All right.
No
Titanium
kidding, Sandra. No
bathtubs.
kidding. Now, my cousin was disappointed because he was too tall to be a pilot, so he got to load the boom booms. He had fun with that, though.
That's what they tell me. I was too tall to be a pilot.
So,
Well, yeah,
Unless I
because
want-
if you think about like the A-10 and the F-15s, most of those pilots are between 5'9" and about 6 foot even, because they're sitting inside of lead bathtubs that protect them from ground fire. So if you're much over 6 foot tall or much shorter than 5'8", 5'9", you're not going to be able to reach all the controls with your feet and your hands and everything because of where everything's set up. They did it for about a 5'9" to 5'10" average male back in the 60s. So that's how they set it up. And
love you,
that's the way
Tasha.
the
Have a good
tubs
night.
made.
Yeah, my cousin's 6'4". I come from the family of giants, so.
Yeah, they tell me the only planes I'd be able to fly was cargo, the C-10 or the
Yeah.
C-5 or one of them. I like, nah, I don't want to be a taxi.
KC-10s were the fuelers. Those were important back in Desert Storm because all the guys were up there on station, and they'd have to be up there for 8-10 hours sometimes. And they would go to those KC-10s and they would fuel up so that they could stay in the air, another 3 or 4 hours.
That's the one thing I know nothing about are the planes. My dad knows all the planes, and I got so sick of hearing about planes that I just kind of started shutting my selective hearing. I had that for a while because it's like, Dad.
They got drones now for that.
Yep.
They just did one last month, the first one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Navy's got one that actually looks like it's a flying bat, almost like the B-2.
Yeah.
They can launch that off an aircraft carrier, put it up there so that if the flights that they sent off earlier are getting low on fuel, it can fly into a dangerous zone. You don't have to worry about putting another flight crew at risk. And they can top off all the guys that are in the fighters or the bombers that went out so that they can get back to the ship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all remote controlled, electronic. There's no pilot in it. They just fly it out there, top off all the planes, come back.
But
Demeter, that is correct.
did see something cool. I was taking stuff to the garage. Was it yesterday?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. And I heard a jet flying over, and I just thought it was a commercial jet. And I just happened to look up, and there was a B-2 flying over, heading towards Kansas City.
Yep.
Like,
We live in between Fort Lawson Woods and Camp Crowder, and what's that one right outside of Lebanon? Can't remember.
Lost in the woods, baby.
No, not Lebanon. Out there by Joplin and Carthage, that camp, whatever out there.
Oh, Camp
Clark. And Crowder's supposed to be closed.
They're still doing National Guard drills out there.
They're awful busy for being closed. But we get a lot of
Yeah,
flyovers here, so a lot of flyovers.
They closed Fort McClellan about 8 or 9 years after I went there.
Mhm.
And actually, while they had it closed, it was still being used by the National Guard because the active duty wasn't using it anymore. So they'd go in there for their like 2 weeks of training they would do annually. They would go there because they had all the training facilities for basic training there. They had the ranges. They had the ranges for practicing grenade throwing and everything. They were all there already. So they would just go in, they would take over the facility, and they would do their training that they needed to do, and then they would fall back out, and the next National Guard unit would come in and take it over.
Yeah. Yeah, when I lived in Purdy, one of the pilots that would fly, do you remember what they were, Dad? F somethings.
I think they're the F4 Phantoms.
I don't know. But every time he'd fly over Purdy, he'd roll over the whole time. It was awesome. We'd love to go out there and watch him fly over and we'd wave at him, because little kids, but it was
past
cool.
year, I've seen many Blackhawks fly over towards the west there.
Yeah.
And a couple Chinooks flying over, going west or going northwest. But the coolest thing I've seen was, besides that B-2, was a couple Warhogs flying south in formation. And those are wicked hearing jets.
Yeah.
Because they were tipping the trees. They went probably 300 or 400 feet up. Almost kind of made me want to duck because it looked like almost a strafe run coming at you.
Well, here
I'm in a semi, so
was it last year?
A better target.
Was it last year? Well, tell Marty to go to bed. Poor man, he's sleeping. Last year we had a black helicopter fly over, and it had no markings whatsoever. It was just solid black, and it was super low. Still haven't figured out what it was.
And what you describe, I can't think of any planes I know of that.
It wasn't a plane; it was a helicopter, though.
Or I'm almost curious if it wasn't one of those newer Blackhawks, the stealth Blackhawks they used.
I don't know. It had no markings. It was solid black, and it was very low, and it scared the crap out of me because it's not anything that I'm familiar with. So who knows? Okay, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, okay, the backdrop. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow.
We know, Barry.
Yeah.
Well, backwoods is smoking, so.
Good night, Ginger Ninja. Thank you for coming over. We appreciate you.
Good night, Ginger. I'm gonna have to get me one. Do me one of them backdrop deals.
No. Tell Bruce what you did last time. Okay. Oh my gosh.
He was there.
The second time when nobody was on the computer and it went off by itself.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I thought his computer was possessed. I was like,
It was.
ugh. Scary.
I think I'll get me a backdrop with zombies.
Well, actually, on this one, it's because the camera I have, it has an actual system that's separate from the computer system that actually runs the camera and allows me to replace the background.
Cool.
That is
So
neat.
I don't even have a green screen, but I'm able to do that. It's background replacement.
That is cool, though. I noticed that over on Hedgehog's live stream. It's pretty.
I wonder. I don't know. This camera is made into the laptop, so it probably don't have all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can get an external camera for it and plug it in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but my luck, your computer go wanky like it did the last time. We don't hear the squelching from hell. That was not cool. No, that hurt my ears. That was not cool.
Well, you shouldn't have come in there.
It was hurting my ears in here, dear. You goofball.
Well,
All right.
usually if something's hurting, you usually run the other way and not towards it.
Well, I wanted it to die. Whatever it was needed to just die and go away. Carol, Dudley downloaded some kind of, what was that called, guys?
A voice.
Are you talking about voice mod?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now.
No, don't. Please. I'm not playing, Dudley. Anyways, it went berserk, and this squelch from hell came through and was... It was not fun.
Yep. So you tried to go and talk, and it probably had reverb or echo on or something.
Wow, It was
in a
horrible.
robot voice. Because the laptop has a mic of its own too. Well, it was picking it up, and picking up the mic in the headset. So it was fun.
Oh, it was not. No, it was not.
Yeah, that's another thing, the mentor, I got to figure out how to do an intro.
Oh, for the channel?
Yeah.
They actually have, they have tutorials on how to do it, but if you don't know how to use like GIMP or Inkscape, one of those photo manipulation programs, you might get lost in the sauce. They typically go through it slow enough, though, that even if you don't know the programs that they're using, they'll tell you, go download this, and then go download this picture, and then they'll show you how to modify it to do an intro.
Okay. Well, I know how to use GIMP on Linux, but and you said it was the same thing on Windows, so.
Yeah, the one that's on Linux and the one that's on Windows is very similar. It's just a different operating system.
Right. See, I got Linux on my desktop, and I got Windows 11 on my laptop.
Yeah, Carol, it was much like Uncle Al's mic the other day, except for it was just a really high-pitched squelch. It's the only way I can pronounce or describe it.
It was just a dog whistle.
And a couple of weeks later, it just went off random. Just nobody was doing anything, and it just started doing it. And it's like, yeah, it was freaky. If I'd have been here by myself, I probably would have thrown it out in the window. You can let the dogs have it. It was bad. Yeah, because it's so loud. It's so loud. Okay, so I have another question, Bruce.
Uh-oh.
Out of all the preps you hear people talk about, all the different things, prep items, have you noticed anything missing? Is there something that needs more emphasis than what people are putting on it, or?
Typically, the one thing that I find, it's because people come to me and ask me so much, is the largest majority of them do not have any type of medical training.
Right.
And that's kind of critical if you're in a grid down situation, because if you have some type of injury, that can quickly lead to an infection and then death eventually. So you want to make sure you know how to take care of even little small cuts. It's easy to do, but a lot of people don't have the training. Right now, the grid's up, everything's fine. Go to the Red Cross, get a American Red Cross first aid class. That's better than nothing. Yeah. And if you're really hardcore and you want to learn this stuff like I did, check around to a volunteer fire department and see, do they have an opening for an EMT? Because they may operate the ambulance that works your area, so they may need another EMT or they may need another medic. And typically with volunteer fire departments, if you tell them you want to do a specific job and it's a need they have, they will send you to medic school. They will send you to EMT school. You will not pay for it. You'll come out, you'll be licensed by the state medical board to do emergency medical technician or paramedic, depending on what course you go to. And then you're able to jump on the ambulance and you can drive the ambulance or be in the back working on the patient, depending on what level they are, if they're BLS or ALS.
Now, for someone like me that's got a messed up back where I can't be on my feet for very long without, falling down, I mean, what would what good am I in that kind of a situation? I mean, I can bandage people up and all that. Blood and guts don't bother me, but
Well,
I
the
don't know
thing
how
that
I would
would
be.
be limiting for you would be sometimes you're on an accident scene and you may have to stand waiting with the gurney to get a patient for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. If you
Yeah.
couldn't do that, then they would have to try and work something around to see
Yeah.
if they could have, somebody else that responds to the scene can stand at the gurney instead of just you by yourself. You could go sit down, and then when they go to remove the patient from the vehicle, you can come back over because it typically needs to be the EMT and the medic that move the patient from the vehicle.
Okay.
The way a lot of departments do it, because that way you have the medical personnel actually extracting the person once you've cut them out or gotten the metal cut around so that you can actually get them out of the vehicle.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't even hold my arms up over my head to change a light bulb because I lose blood flow in both arms. So, my back is pretty messed up. So,
that would be one that when you go to the local volunteer fire department, tell them what the issues are, what you can and can't do, and they would probably be able to find something you could do. They may not be able to, have you as an EMT, but they
right.
may need, like in Pennsylvania, we had what are called fire police, which are
Right.
people that would go out to accident scenes. They would set up the warning signs, look off the road, so that we weren't trying to do that while we're trying to save somebody who's crunched up in a car. So they would have the fire police come out and do that. And that may be something that would work.
Okay.
It just depends on if Missouri actually has that code section in their laws or not, because there has to be an actual section in the laws that allow for fire police like they do in Pennsylvania. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do that. They'd have to call the police out to do that because you wouldn't be authorized to do it without the laws there.
Right. Yeah, our stuff here is so screwy. Fishes, I'd crush somebody.
Oh, I'm hurting. Come help me.
Because I do want. I mean, like I was CPR and first aid certified way back, and I do want to update all that. And of course, you get hands-on training when you have a special needs son with epilepsy, and you have to do the crash course triage before you get to the hospital for all his injuries and stuff. So I mean, I have hands-on experience in a lot of things. I just
Well, and having that experience, a lot of the stuff you would go through at the EMT level is going to be basic life support. So you probably have done it yourself already. You may not have called it what they would call it in a medical course, but you may have already done it. So a lot of it, you might just, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this, and you go and do it. And then you stand there. How do you know how to do that?
Raise my son.
Yeah, exactly.
That kid. It's a wonder. It's a wonder we both lived through that. Yeah, because
I was
I do.
a combat lifesaver when I was in the Army, as well as being an MP. So I had a lot of medical training from not only being a combat lifesaver, but when the medics out there would find out that I was combat lifesaver certified, they would come over. They would teach me how to do IVs and stuff that technically we wouldn't do as a combat lifesaver, but they would come over teach you how to do an IV, or they'd teach you how to do some of the more advanced things that the medics were trained to do, because they knew, hey, if something happened or this guy rolls up on an accident scene, he's got the medical bag in the MP vehicle. He could save this person's life, where if he has to wait for me to get there, the person might die.
Yeah.
So
See, and that's
do
why.
that, because in the military, you don't have to worry about licensing and all of that, because the military just tells you you're allowed to do this and you can do it.
Yeah. Because I mean, like Dudley got to experience firsthand. I am a walking medical basket case. I'm just going to tell you. My son had a seizure in the yard, and all I did was squat down to assist him, and my kneecap slid out of place. So he had to literally knock me to the ground and twist my leg to get my kneecap back into socket. So I don't want to be a hindrance to somebody, if that makes sense, because of my own medical issues. So I do want to update and be able to take care of, I've gotten pretty good. My son and I, we make bets now on how many stitches he's going to get when he goes in, because I can pretty much tell now There's many. He's had so many now. Whoop, this is going to take staples, Morg. We're not getting stitches this time. And he gets mad at me because I'm usually right, but
Yep.
I cannot handle vomit. That's the one thing I cannot do. I'm out. Somebody starts throwing up, I'm done. I can't do it.
No, you can't do.
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
you did it with me in the bathroom.
And then what happened, Dudley?
Well, you know, I saw mushrooms.
Huh?
I saw mushrooms.
He saw mushrooms. God. Dudley had a really bad toothache one night and thought that I don't even know what all he took. Was it just whiskey?
Beer before liquor gets you sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So he thought drinking the toothache away was going to be a good thing, and we had a night of spewage and
Not good.
Had a
No.
six-pack and a jar of shine. So
we'll just say that when I hear people throw up, then I start to gag and I have a leaky bladder. So you can just put the whole picture together. It was just not a pretty picture by the end of the night. It was done. Like, I'm
no, I
out.
was not singing in the rain.
Yep.
I managed to stick around long enough to get him a cold wash rag, and then I had to run outside because I couldn't take no more. So,
I'm
Yeah,
going to have to
Fishes.
look him
The
up
reason
too.
we always did that, we cross-trained so much, was because if you're out there in the field, you know, the medic guys may be 2 or 3 miles behind wherever you're at. And like when I was an MP, I was in 3rd Infantry Division when we were over in Germany. So we were forward support. We were out with the front leading line of soldiers that were moving forward so that we could help mark the routes for them. So that's why they trained a lot of us on combat lifesaver and medical skills, because they knew we would be the first ones there, because we were not in the infantry unit actually fighting the soldiers. We would be just behind them, and if somebody was injured, they'd get pushed back to us. So that's why they would do that extra training for us, so that we would know and could help them save a life, where if we didn't know that stuff, they might not survive it.
Mm.
Now that's if you're in a full-on combat with divisions moving forward. It's totally different with the kind of warfare that goes on right now, because it's not massive divisions moving forward on a line together. It's,
No,
you know,
it's more
little
of a
units
push button.
taking on little units everywhere.
It's more of a push button war now.
Yep.
I'm trying to find a link for Demeter here. If I can get my
Yeah, I
computer to
think
work.
it's Doom and Bloom is the name of their site on YouTube.
It's not Dr. Bones.
Yeah, Dr. Bones is
Okay.
his name, but
Okay.
his actual website on the internet is
Okay,
Doom
yeah.
and Bloom.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Is
he
he like
listed
the
it on
Rolling
his YouTube
Stones?
page.
No, dear.
It's him and his wife, and his wife's actually she's not an RN, I believe. She's a nurse practitioner.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I haven't played that game in forever.
Jesus.
Oh, well, I typed in Doom and Bloom, and it brought up the old video game Doom.
Eh,
Oh, I haven't played that in forever.
yeah,
That was
definitely-
strange. I just clicked on their channel and it brought up Fish's channel. She's nowhere near that list, so oh my goodness.
Fishes, are you over there looking?
Babe, have you made Fish's a moderator?
I don't know.
Well, could you
no,
please?
Why would I do something like that? She don't never talk to
Because if
me.
you don't, your wife, you might just kick your butt out the door, you know?
Because her and Sandra are awesome moderators. If she don't
is.
mind being a moderator.
She is.
Yes, Fishes, it was a quite romantic sharing of body fluids in totally different wrong ways, but you know, this computer is so slow.
Don't say body fluids in front of somebody medically trained. That gives us really bad images.
Sorry, Bruce. Sorry.
You don't want to know the visions that just went through my head. I was like, oh man.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh my God, I can imagine. Yeah. Ew.
At Demeter, he actually does actual training courses too. If you're somewhere close to where he's doing a training course, you can actually send him an email and get registered for the classes that he teaches. He does actually teach classes since he is an MD. He's certified on a lot of different boards around. So in the different states that he's authorized to, he actually does classes for people so that you can learn some of the basic skills that you need to know to at least get somebody to higher care, which, you know, if it's grid down, there may not be higher care, but if you're able to at least stabilize the person, maybe there's somebody 2 miles away that knows more than you do that could do something to help them.
Or they might be in the next room.
It's possible too.
Thank you, Sandra, for sharing that link. My computer's being slow and stupid, so.
We know.
No, like really stupid.
Oh.
Yes, fishes, you're correct. Do not say that in front of Bobby Viber. You're right.
I gotta
This is
upgrade
true.
the processor on that and the RAM.
Oh, you don't say. Thanks, baby.
No, I don't. You're welcome.
I was gonna say something, but there's fishes she's starting to pop off. I'm waiting for Sandra to start popping off, so I'm just gonna leave my comment to myself. Bury that one in my brain.
After midnight.
Huh?
They're feeding the Dudley after midnight.
It's not midnight here yet, though.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ask Bruce.
My thoughts to
Ask
myself.
Bruce.
It's midnight here.
Yeah, it's midnight where he's at, and where
Fishes is.
fishes and
And Sandra.
Demeter. I'm not sure. Maybe Demeter, because she's in Tennessee too. So
Depending on what part.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're being good tonight,
Sandra said I'm
Sandra.
being good.
Well,
I mean, she must be getting ready to go off the hook or something.
Right.
oh my. It doesn't take but a slight little poke and she's in the gutter, so it's a little
Well,
tiny.
that most women.
I generally can refrain pretty good, but sometimes, you know, sometimes you're always there, so we don't have to worry about that.
I'm never there. I try to be good. You guys put me in it.
Right. Yeah, fishes, that was kind of strange. That's why I said I don't recognize your name from anywhere, so that's another reason I want fishes to be a moderator, because she's like a little private eye over there. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, I've never seen Kimmy.
Walker.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was Walker fam, but no, that wouldn't be it.
No. Who?
Walkers.
Oh, the ones in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if these guys would know who they even are, because, well, I just don't know. But anyway.
They might. Yes,
Oh, you're
it
welcome,
does.
Demeter. That was fun. That was fun, Demeter. I'll catch up again. It's just this week has been kind of crazy because coming back from the camping trip, and I
It's
felt
never
good
fun.
the first day home. And I don't know if it was the air mattress we slept on or what, but I had no pain. My hip wasn't hurting. My arthritis in my back wasn't hurting. I felt great. So what did I do? I went outside and spent 4 hours in the garden. Now I can't hardly walk. So now
That's
I'm
because
like,
of me, though.
God, huh?
That's because of me, though.
Oh, you wish. We have none you sex. None you for today, none you for tomorrow, none you for a while.
Yep.
That's what it is. But no, yeah, I swear, I tell people I don't need anybody coming up and kicking my ass. I kick my own ass by myself, so I don't need help.
Hey, Sandra, I need to borrow your handcuffs.
No, we don't need handcuffs.
I knew
Sorry,
that was
Bruce.
coming. I knew that was coming.
You were supposed to save that for Gardner, Josh, and Marty anyways. I wasn't any part of that. That was y'all's
Well,
deal. That was not with me.
No, that's if Frank came.
Oh, yeah, Frank came. Yeah, Frank. Okay. Frank is pretty cool. Have you met him yet, Bruce?
Don't think so.
He
that-
is an officer on a reservation in Oklahoma,
Okay.
and he's into ham radios.
I was going to ask
Bureau of
you.
Indian Police.
Yeah, he works for the
Sort of.
federal government. And he's got a channel. It's called Ham Shack. Right? Am I saying that right? Gosh, Tasha jumped off too soon. Anyways, he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Do you know much about ham radio, Bruce?
I've got my license.
That was my next question.
Yep.
Was it hard?
No, but I've been around radios when I was in the military, so I was used to.
Oh, yeah.
We had to, fill them with code and everything, so we could talk secure on the radios between each other. Because you don't want everybody knowing what you're talking about on the radio. If it's planning an invasion of somewhere or something, you don't want everybody hearing it.
Right.
So I already understood a lot of that from being in the military. So the tech license is no problem. The general's a little tougher. Basically, with the tech license, all that you need to do is know how to not electrocute yourself and how to do electrical wiring. Pretty much, just connect positive to positive, negative to negative. Don't cross wire, and don't go touching the wires when you're wiring everything up. Make sure you're not grounded and all that stuff.
Right.
That's a lot of the questions are just basic safety questions on the technician level, just to make sure you don't go out there and try and plug your radio into a primary line on the top of a telephone pole that's 12,000 volts.
Right.
Better than to try that.
See, I
Thank
can
you,
read a
Sandra.
schematic, but
Yeah, Sandra just shared his channel, and he's been kind of under the weather and stuff, so he hasn't put any videos out recently. So, and Demeter, we want to do this camping trip thing again next year. We're not sure the location yet,
yes, Dementor.
so you might have to just join us. It was so much fun, guys. I cannot even put into words. It was just awesome.
You know
It was
what
awesome.
I'd like to do, baby?
Yeah, this is what I want you to do. Bruce, I was embarrassed. I didn't get to say this earlier. You're supposed to be organized. You're supposed to have all your ducks in a row when it comes to shift emergency. Dudley learned firsthand just how unorganized his organization really is. He could not find nothing.
Oops.
I'm like,
I found it.
it took hours for you to find stuff. I said, you realize if this was a true emergency, we were all dead. It's just good song, fishes. So if you want to see
the
how
organization thing is not necessarily one that somebody else uses. You have to organize it so it makes sense to you.
Right.
We would do the same thing on the ambulances, because one EMT would think it makes more sense to have stuff in one place than another one would.
Yeah.
So you'd see them go out to the ambulances in between shifts, and they would move everything around so that it was where they wanted it. And the organization stuff's up to you. And as long as everybody knows, okay, it's set up the way he likes it, then they know, don't mess with it, don't move it around, or he's not going to know where stuff is.
Well,
Right.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what high heat and humidity does to candles that are outside.
Tends to melt them.
Yeah, so he put all of our candles outside that we needed for our heater with our terracotta heater. Luckily, I found a bunch of boxes at Dollar Tree for 50 cents a piece. The emergency candles, there's 6 in a box.
The 5-hour candles.
Yeah, I bought them all. I bought every one of them. I was like, I'm going camping and I want to stay warm. Sorry, people. I got 3 babies to keep warm. So we were lucky there. For the past 2 years, he's been looking for our tent up in the loft of our garage and couldn't find it. But
I found it.
So we went and bought a brand new tent, big 10-person tent. And so, yeah, he found our tent that went missing. So now we have like 6 tents, and God, like we found everything but what we needed. I was like, this is crazy. Sandra, that is absolutely true. You tell
Yes,
people
sir.
you love them when you're constantly in communications with that person. You tell them you love them, and you know it's like, oh, I love you. It's like you tell your friend, oh, I love you, and then when you actually meet that person and you actually witness how genuine and wonderful they are, that love just totally grows into something completely different. It's awesome. I totally agree, Sandra. And I'm just how I am here. Just the way you see me here is how I am in real life. So, and yes, I have a mile wide. I have a mile wide blonde streak. So sometimes I'm like, I try to hide that one though.
Mile
Well,
makes the
it
Grand
is past
Canyon look
midnight
small.
here, so I am going to get heading out, y'all.
Well, you have a good night,
Good
and thank
night.
you for joining us.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
too. Thanks for inviting me up. You guys have a good
Oh,
evening.
no problem.
You too.
And I will see y'all later.
We'll see you later.
Night.
Bye.
I hope he has a wonderful night. Fishes, there's not enough money in the world to make me want to go camping in Florida. I totally agree with you. Screw that. Hell no.
Yeah. They won't get in your tent.
Borky.
They'll snuggle with you.
Okay, Suburban. I missed something there. Oh, Demeter, you'll have we'll have to clue you in so that you can come, and she'll come, and it'll be great. It will be great.
No, it's back to what I was going to say. What I'd like to do,
Get Fishes up here and Demeter up here.
they got to
I'd
shoot
like
me an
Sandra
email.
to get up here, but she probably won't.
Yes, Sandra. Wait a minute. That'd be too many women up here.
Oh, you'll be fine. Did you hear that, ladies? Did you hear that? A man scared of women. Oh my goodness.
No, but
That
what
is
I'd like
sweet,
to do
isn't it, Fishes?
What?
Okay, baby, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. He tucks his wife into bed. Fishes was acknowledging that. I was acknowledging that she was acknowledging that. So go ahead.
I tried to tuck you in bed and kick me.
A bull.
Cow. No, what I'd like to do is me and you go out camping, but we only take a tarp and one backpack, knife, and a flint. And a stick.
Okay. Okay.
And a pole.
Okay. There you go, Suburban. There you go, Suburban. Dudley, you know exactly what happens to me if I was to do that. So,
You'd have fun.
no, I wouldn't be walking for a while. I'd be in the same boat that I am today.
Oh, no.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Can't walk, can't move. Ouch.
Yeah. Sandra, you are harmless. Just your little dogs ain't.
They didn't bother me, and I was sitting right there, and they didn't bark and growl at me, so I don't know what's all wrong with you guys. I didn't bother them either, so.
Dogs don't like me. I'll look at them, they bark.
I'm not even saying anything.
Wait, what?
Oh, Fishes can't get on because she's on her phone, honey. Suburban and Sandra's not able to, so.
Well, I guess I'll just leave the floor up to you. There you go.
I get tired of hearing myself talk, dear. I'd like to hear somebody else talk. Oh, for the love of Pete. Dudley, stop.
What?
Stop.
Dun dun. Oh, I know what we should do next. We need to put up a big white screen, get some floats, and go to the lake.
I'm not reenacting Jaws. I am not reenacting. You don't understand.
No.
Suburban, you would not break our camera.
Jaws.
Demeter, Dudley's email is under his about page. Just shoot him an email and he can send you the link.
Yep.
In Suburban, you would not break the camera.
Nope. Dum. Yeah, we should watch Jaws in the lake at night.
No. When
Dum.
my uncle did that when I was a kid, I wouldn't go to the lake for years because I was
Yeah, don't go to
afraid
the lake.
Jaws was in the lake. No.
Dun.
You'd break what little mind I have left. No.
Nah, I want to break something, all right.
Oh, shut up. Please. Oh my Lord Jesus. Here we go. Fishes. Sandra, here's your cue. You guys, you're not gonna break no cameras.
Nope.
And Suburban, thank you again. That was awesome. Hey Sandra, did you try those pickles yet? You'll have to let me know what they need because I used the ball recipe, so I don't know. I don't even know if they're.
You said a pickle and ball in the same sentence.
Oh Lord Jesus. Oh man, have mercy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm camera shy because
Dudley. Well, you're gonna have to show your mug because I got to run to the little girl's room. So.
I'd walk.
Well, I'll hobble, but.
Hobble.
Well, let me know what they need if they need anything, because, like I said, I used the ball canning recipe, so I don't even know if they're really good or not.
Hey, baby, I got a joke for you.
Oh Lord, can you wait until after I go tingle because I really don't want to tingle here. Just say, I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Hey, Emma. Miss Emma, do you want to come up? Just shoot me an email. All right. Give me one. Oh, there it is. There you go. And it is sent. Yep. There you go, baby. See?
Watch using the word beats. He takes that to a whole new level, Fishes. Just saying. So Emma's back. Hey.
Yes, Emma just got back when you went to Tinkle Bell.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Giggles Prep. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Giggles Prep. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up, just like I said, shoot me an email and come on up.
Giggles.
What?
Okay, Giggles is the one that's been keeping. Yes, Giggles. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to upset you. She's the one that's been keeping us up to date on Alicia.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I can say, or I'm gonna lose it again. So.
Uh-oh. I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What did Cinderella say to when she got to the ball?
I'm afraid to ask. I don't know, Dudley. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. My husband has no filter. Has no filter. Yeah, I recognized her. When I actually focused in on her face, I recognized
I
who she was.
just click on it, I believe, and it should take you over to StreamYard, and
Yeah.
then it'll take you backstage, and then I'll put you up on the main screen where you'll show your pretty little face.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'll say it again. Hey, baby, I got a joke for you.
Oh my Lord. What, baby?
What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What, baby? There you go, Suburban. Did you catch it that time? Oh my gosh. Angela, hang in there. We're praying for you guys, and we love you too. Just hang in there. She changed her name. That threw me off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You are goofy.
You know why Mickey divorced Minnie?
Because she was effing goofy. That's kind of old. That one's old, baby.
I know it, but Claxton's still good.
My goodness. See, we got good jokes out there in the chat. Talking to him is boring, just saying. I talk to him every day. I don't talk to other people. I love you, darling.
I didn't want to talk to you anyways. I'm going on mute.
I'm telling you what. Unmute. Unmute.
Look at there.
It is hot in here. Miss
There's Miss
Kim.
Kim.
Well, I made it. I don't know how, but I made it.
You're
You made
here. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice, fishes. I'm trying not to slap him in public anymore. And YouTube is public, so.
Yeah, and in certain countries that's considered harassment.
For you, it's just a turn on.
But
Is it harassment or spousal abuse?
Oh. No.
Depending on what day of the month it is.
Oh, okay.
For
I'm glad I
him,
don't have to go through that no more.
yeah, for him, it's just a major turn on. So.
Well,
Is slap and you get whipped the chains?
that's it.
That's him. That's him.
Close your
Unless
ears.
you actually do it, and then he's probably going to cower in a corner and whimper. But who knows? I'm not about that. So.
Okay, I got it started peeling for you. You can peel the rest.
Uh-oh.
Oh my Lord.
Sorry about that. My 12-year-old wanted me to start peeling her an orange.
Oh, that's
you're
fine. Eat up all the vitamin C you can get.
Yep.
Hi, Emma. How are you? Sorry. Yeah, we do. We all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then some, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Angela, she'll be getting lots of prayers. We've said a couple of prayers already today here at our house. So, and I know several others that follow us. They pray a lot too. I'm not trying to minimize. I just caught what Fishes said and try not to laugh. My gosh, you guys. My gosh.
Oh, I got some bad ones I just can't say on here.
Oh, okay, Fishes.
Yeah.
You could have warned me ahead of time. But it's all good.
So how you doing, Miss Kim?
I'm doing good. My hiney's a little sore from being sitting here at this computer on some live streams. I really need to get me a computer chair instead of a hardwood chair.
Yeah. Or a donut.
Yeah. Well, I got pillows under my tush right now, but they're not helping either. I think I blacked them out. I think my butt's got too big.
I got one of those old typers chairs. The old wood, heavy 2-ton chairs.
Yeah. It's an antique.
They had at Aldi's, And no, at Aldi's, Sydney. Um, I wasn't trying to say Ollie's. Will you be out of my conversation?
I know somebody else like that.
Um, but in their sales paper, they had like a gaming chair that's regular 100 and something dollars, but they had them for like $79. I was going to
Nice.
go down there and check on one, but they said they didn't come in.
Yeah.
I
So-
wonder why.
Well, no, now I do got some good news here on my side of Tennessee. I don't know about Pinball's side of Tennessee because he's over in the southeastern part, mid to southeastern part of Tennessee, and I'm up over here in the northwest part of Tennessee. But the Dollar General store trucks were coming in today, and we're offloading pallets of stuff for their stores.
Nice.
And a lot of the store managers were hollering, "Oh, we're going to be remodeling the stores." And I'm like, "How are you going to be remodeling? Some of the stores are brand new. You guys just opened them within the last year. What are you remodeling?" And you can
Right.
blow that smoke up somebody else's tush.
Yeah, that's the thing that's cracking me up is, we're having these shortages, freight's not moving, but yet like all these places are hiring like crazy. And it's like, if there's nothing to sell, why are you hiring like crazy?
Yeah, and I've noticed too that a lot of people, Giggles is in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been down there. That could be a rough area down there in some parts of Memphis, not all parts, but some parts.
You've been to Memphis a couple of times.
My daughter went to Memphis University down there. She didn't stay long though. But yeah, they've been bringing in some shipments and stuff. I've been seeing some stuff at the Walmart stores, and y'all were talking about the crates and stuff. I've been seeing them like 10 to 12 deep at some of the Walmarts around here. They're setting them side by side and stuff.
Yeah.
Babe, I thought it was further than 4 hours to Memphis.
No, it's about 4 hours.
Now
Is that
I'm
traveling or
only-
is that actual speed
yeah,
limit?
I'm only 4 hours from Memphis myself.
Yeah, I know. I've been, depending on what town you're in, I've been to where you're at, Miss Kim. I'm from
I'm
Kentucky.
in Clarksville, Tennessee.
That's what I was figuring.
Yeah.
I'm from Kentucky. So,
He's from Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Kentucky.
yeah, I grew up there, Glasgow, Cave City, Park City.
Oh, I used to go
Forest
to
Gate.
Glasgow and party some in my younger days.
Yep. That's where I grew up.
I got some boys from up in that area got me and some girls down here in trouble. Didn't get us pregnant, but they got us in trouble.
Uh-oh. Then Owensboro, not too far from you, there was a place there that they had meat brought in from
Mhm.
live slaughter, and they prep it all right there.
Well, they do that at Hamptons and Hopkinsville as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Hey,
we
there
used
too.
to have a place here in Clarksville, but they cut it down. They shut it down. And we used to have the Frosty Morn business here in Clarksville,
Yeah.
but they shut it down back. Oh God, man, that's been years ago. They shut it down.
My cousin, he's stationed out of Camp Clark
Is he?
or Camp Campbell,
Okay.
Fort Campbell.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. This area has changed a lot over the last 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you say y'all were at, Trish?
In between
Well-
Joplin and Springfield.
Yeah, we're smack dab right off I-44, right between Springfield and Joplin,
In Illinois,
Missouri.
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 You can't pay me
Yes.
enough to move back to Illinois.
You can't pay me not to live in Illinois.
That or California.
Hell no. Hell no. I never liked California. Ever have I ever liked California. So
I
there ain't
had
nothing up there.
a friend of mine. She passed away, and her husband and his daughter, they sold their place here, and he had a mason job contractor, and they left here and went to California, and now they're on the streets because
Yeah,
they can't afford to live out there.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I don't even know how my family has managed to live out there. My mom's side of the family's from out there.
Well, your aunt's a dean for the college out there, so
She's
or
not a dean.
not
She
the
works
dean's
with the
assistant.
dean, whatever. But she probably don't know more.
Probably not.
No, maybe she did. Yeah, she's probably one of those that think, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm just going to shut up. I would like to think my family has some kind of a brain system, but no.
Well, don't feel bad. I've been trying to wake people up since before Mr. T was in office, back when Mr. O was in office, and
Oh,
because just right before he got put in office, some of the statements that he was making while he was running from office made me real shady of that dude. And I was trying to talk to people then, but a lot of people just don't want to talk about anything to do with politics. They don't want to hear it.
I learned there's a couple things people don't want to talk about. It's politics and religion.
Yeah. 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 A lot of people really don't want to hear about religion anymore. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
They just don't have a clue.
no, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't.
That almost sounds like a good idea. Our next
What,
camping
dear?
trip should be up towards
Memphis?
Yep. See, Miss Kim could come down. Giggles come down.
Well, I don't care as long as I'm not freezing to death. That's all.
Are y'all thinking about moving?
No,
No,
for
camping.
camping.
Oh.
Trying to
Oh,
plan our next year's trip.
Falls Creek Falls, and just right this side of Knoxville is a nice camping area, and they got a lot of waterfalls and walking trails and stuff. As a matter of fact, they redid the visitor center, and I think they even redid the hotel and the restaurant that they have there.
Yeah, didn't that burn a few years ago with that big fire out there?
You talking about when they had them fires up in the Smoky Mountains?
Gatlinburg, yeah.
I don't know. It didn't look like it had much fire damage when the girls and I went up there this past summer, just driving around because I was looking to try to move over near that area. But unfortunately, I stayed here in the apartment where I'm at. So
It's pretty over there. When I was in kindergarten, my mom, they had a hotel out there at Maggie Valley, North Carolina. They owned right at the bottom of the Smoky Mountain Hill or Smoky Mountain
National Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I had to worry about was black bears.
Yeah, I went. My uncle from Ohio came and brought his family, and they had rented a cabin up there in Dollywood, and I got to go up there and spend a couple of days up there with them, and I fell in love with the cabin. I loved it, and I loved the hot tub out there on the deck where you can go out there and just get into it, and. But it was real nice. We went up to the Indian reservation and stuff, and got to watch them do the Indian dances and some other stuff up in there.
Powwows.
Yeah, that was
I
nice.
love powwow. Yeah.
But my lawyer, I got some good news, Trish.
Yes, ma'am.
My lawyer talked to me this past week, and the insurance company has come to a settlement on the accident.
Well, good
Good
deal. Good deal. So they're gonna get you a new car and stuff, or
Well, I've already got well, it's basically the same car that I had the accident in, but it's the same year, same model and everything, just a different color. But once I get the settlement and make a few more payments on it, I'm just going to trade it off for me a truck because I want a truck.
yeah.
Um, I've been looking at some of the older model trucks. There's a guy that lives out of state that refurbishes the older model trucks
Mm,
and stuff. And he's got some really super reasonable prices on a lot of them and
that's
stuff.
cool.
So
Yeah, I'd
hopefully
like a new
it'll
truck,
work out
too.
to where I could get one of them. So we'll see.
That
Yeah,
would be
I'd like
good.
to get a new truck too.
Dudley is having truck envy since we went camping, so
That was a nice truck.
it was a nice truck. It's a little bit out of your price range there, dear Hurt.
Not a little bit, but that's a nice truck.
I see. Oh, I thought that was a message for me in the chat room, but it was something
Oh.
Gibbs was saying and stuff about the fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, now up in Dollywood, in Pigeon Forge, they did get hit pretty hard. But that was because these idiots were putting fuel and tires and rolling tires to start these fires. That's how them fires got started. Between here and Georgia and the Carolinas, that's how a lot of them fires got started.
Yeah. I remember I was driving a truck then. I was going through there on that night when all those fires was going. I stopped at the truck stop there. Just as soon as you get on 81 up there, and was talking to the girls at the register. What's all the commotion about? Well, the woods are on fire over there. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they lost a lot of people, lost a lot of stuff.
yeah.
It was horrific. I got a friend that lives over in that area. He's a good patriot. He's a retired veteran. He's in a wheelchair. And he has 110 acres of land over there. And he was trying to get a group of people, and he's try to get him a mag started and everything. But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way he had hoped because some people started showing their true colors and stuff. So he ended up running everybody off the property.
Yeah.
I told him I was sorry to hear that. But he's around my age. He's in his 60s, and but he's in a wheelchair. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy that's south of us that does that. That's a bunch of
Suburban.
some property.
The only time I've been to Tennessee, well, I've been to Tennessee when we went to Memphis to Graceland, and then when Dudley and I have been through there on the truck. But other than that, I haven't had any kind of experience. The only reason I got to see the whole East Coast, most of the South, is going on the truck with Dudley.
yeah.
So
The only part I didn't like is there's right before you cross over from Tennessee to the Carolinas on 40, that Kirby Road, it's 55 for trucks. I don't like it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty down through there, but
Especially with the river or creek running right next to you.
Yeah. I used to live in Boone, North Carolina. That's where my first husband was from. And I loved it up in there until the winters hit, and then you had snow up to your hips. So,
Yeah.
But we didn't. We lived in an old house. Thank God it didn't just. I never would use the electric stove in it. I always used the wood burning stove, the
Yeah.
cook stove. I'd give anything to have that stove right now today.
Oh, no doubt.
Uh, he's like, "Are you going to split the wood? Because I'm not getting out there when it's real cold to split the wood." I said, "You'll get your ass out there and split it, or I will split you." The kids has got to eat.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, "But you've got an electric stove." I said, "I could give a hoot Annie about that electric stove."
I won't cook on an electric stove. I won't.
I don't like it. My second husband and I, we did buy a stove, but he took it to Pennsylvania and left it when we packed up and went to Hawaii, and his family sold it. So
You want to know why I won't use an electric stove? We lived in Nebraska and we had rented this house, and it had one of those countertop stoves where the oven's built into the wall kind of thing,
mhm.
That damn thing sparked out and arc welded itself to the rest of the stove.
Oh
Like,
no.
never again. I will stick with a gas stove. I know how to use a gas stove, and I'm scared of the. Just get whoop. That thing started sparking, and I thought, oh, here goes the house going to burn down, but it didn't. It just arc welded to the stove. It scared the shit out of me. So,
Right.
nope.
Yeah. I had a gas stove blow up in my face when I was a little kid. In New Jersey when I was 10. I was asked to go back in and relight the oven, and I turned it up too high, and I pulled that drawer out and struck that match, and when I did it, just
Yeah.
singed all my eyebrows off, my eyelashes, and everything. I'm surprised.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my
brother's done
gosh.
that before.
It does set his face on fire a time or two when he was a kid.
Look, Billy had to spend 2 days in the hospital because he
my
done
goodness.
what she did. Well, I was in front of him when he lit the pilot light. The fireball went over my head and hit him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, my step grandmother, she heard that explosion. She come running in the front door, and I was running out the back. And she was just a little 4'8" Puerto Rican lady, she's hollering for me and everything, and I'm running out the back door.
Man alive. Well, it's a good thing you weren't seriously injured. Holy moly.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. No, gas scares me too, but I'd much rather. I'm used to the gas stove and just electric. Just that scared me to death when seeing all those sparks fly in, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And then it quit. And then called the landlord and told him I don't know what just happened to the stove, but it started blowing sparks everywhere. And he came over, and he never checked the wiring or anything in that house. He never checked the wiring to the stove. Nothing. All he did was replace the burners after he finally got it to break loose.
Yeah.
It welded itself to the stove, and
oh my gosh, that kind of reminds me of when I moved from here to Pleasant View, Tennessee, in a trailer, and I just moved what I had in this little efficiency apartment into that trailer, and I spent 2 nights there. The third night I went to work. I came home and the trailer was disintegrated.
oh no.
All my pews and everything that I had that I put in there that was with me in the little efficiency apartment. The fire department told me they had to call fire trucks from a couple different other areas because they couldn't get near it because of all the rounds going off in there. And I was like, so I lost my 30-30, my 30-06, and I was like, oh God, I was so upset, man.
When my dad was a fire chief from the town that I'm from, they were donated a house to burn because they were building a new house, and they had cleaned it out, and the guy had forgot a box of shells in the closet, and so that fire got to those shells and they started going off. Everybody was running behind trucks and trees and everything else trying to, because you don't know.
Yeah,
It was exciting. That was an exciting night.
I pulled back out. I pulled up to the trailer, and it was still, the ashes were still smoldering a little
Yeah.
bit. And I backed up. I went back down the road. I turned around. I came back. I said, okay, I pulled in the right driveway. What the heck happened to the trailer?
Damn.
You know? And what weird is I called the people and told them, look, you're an electrician. You need to come up here and check some things out on this place because something doesn't seem right. And I unplugged everything, which the only thing I had plugged was my TV. And I unplugged it and everything. But where the TV was setting at, that's the wall that caught fire.
Wow.
And wow. Yes.
When Dudley and I first met, we lived in this house here in Monette. And was it 2 houses down from us? This house had caught on fire. And the couple had snakes in the house and they had dogs. And so the fire department's trying to get all these animals out of the house, right? And I had told Dudley this. Remember, I told you because he was running an orange. He cut the ends off of one of those heavy-duty orange extension cords and ran it from the meter box outside the house because this is an old house that had the meter box, the twisty fuses, you know?
Yeah.
He had that running from that fuse box to the shed, wasn't it, dear?
Yeah.
No.
And I said, that is a fire hazard. And it wasn't too long after that. I mean, I was just like, God, I couldn't believe it. I was just dumbfounded. It was Christmas Eve. Their house burnt completely to the ground.
Oh my
and
God.
they had said the 2 nights prior to the fire, she kept smelling smoke and the electricity kept going out. And they called the landlord and he said that he would come after Christmas and he would take a look at everything and get whatever the problem was fixed.
Yeah.
And so they just go, because it kept flipping the breakers. And so they go, flip the breakers and have power again. Well, he never got there and their house, they burnt to the ground. And it was because he was a cheapskate and he was, I would have hated it, but he wouldn't go fix it. And he had 2 days, they kept telling him there's something wrong with the wiring.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't go take care of it like he should have. And they lost everything. And the night it burnt, the power went out, and I think the husband was at work, wasn't he, dear? And she got scared, so she packed up her and the kids, and they left and went to a family member's house. And thank God they did because they'd have been in the house when it burnt. So,
oh wow, that sounds like something my husband would have done with jury rig when the power came back when you had the old power meters. We come
love you, Sandra. You have a good night. Sorry.
Love you, Sandra.
Good night, Miss Sandra. My ex-husband, or my first husband, he went out there and told my mom. He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "I can get your lights on for you." He said, "But we have to wait until after dark." So he went out there, him and my mom's boyfriend, and jury rigged it.
Oh no!
Turned the lights on at night until she paid her light bill. I'm like, y'all are crazy. I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
I'll go outside and make me a tent, but I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping in here.
Good night, Angela. You have a wonderful night, and thank you for coming over and spending time with us.
Good night.
I'll be right back. I got to go to the little girl's room again.
You go ahead. Good night, everybody. Everybody's getting tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say nothing.
Early.
Yeah, the Wednesday night I got on my live stream and there was only just a couple of people popped in, and I wanted to talk about people watching my videos and stuff, and just asking them to hit the like button and maybe leave a comment or something, because don't too many of them come in on my live stream, which it's okay. I'm not upset about it, you know. But I always try to leave some kind of comment with other people's live streams and stuff and hit the like button for them. And
Right.
I was just asking if they could do the same in return, you know, even if it's just a small comment, or if you have something to say about whatever it was I was talking about on my live stream, you know, or give me some suggestions of what to talk about other than politics.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we get sick of hearing about it. I mean, it's just it's doom and gloom, and it's just Miss Malachi, she came up on my channel, and she was over in the UK, and we ended up like me and Trish did one night, just on there. And Trish was like, Miss Kim, is anybody else on there? And I was like, no. She's like, well, turn off YouTube and we'll just sit backstage. So but I didn't get to do that with Miss Malachi because JH556 and Sin Coy and a couple others came in and stuff. Every time I was getting ready to do that, somebody else would come in, and I was like, okay. And then we did a prayer thing on the channel and stuff for people. So, but I was on there for like almost 4 hours. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so I seen, because I've been lurking in some chats while I've been chopping vegetables and getting stuff done. What happened on your channel that you had to block somebody?
Oh, they come in when Miss was it Miss Malachi? Yeah, when Miss Malachi was on there, and they were leaving really nasty chat messages about how white people should burn African American people and this, that, and one thing and another. And I'm like, hold up. I didn't have any of my mods in the room because they were all in bed.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to take care of it myself. And then Big Matt, he was lurking in the background, and he's like, Miss Kim, make me a mod. So I made him a mod.
Yeah.
But by that
deal.
time, I had already gotten rid of him. But he stayed off the scene
Yeah.
on the back just in case some of them came back again. And I'm like, I'm not going to tolerate that kind of mess. You know, if you want to do that, you go find somebody else's channel to do that with.
Right.
And
No doubt.
I said, I ain't got time for all that mess. That's just uncalled for.
Well,
And,
maybe I'm a little bit sheltered, naive, stupid, whatever. I just don't. There's no place in this world for racism anymore. There's just not a place for it. And for people to sit and think that's okay to say, yeah, it infuriates me.
Well, I mean, you stop and look at today's society. How can you say that a lot of people are racist when there's so many biracial children out there?
Yeah.
You know, you have family members that are married to different denominations of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I can't say nothing. I dated a nice black guy, you know, back in my younger days.
Yeah.
But I didn't go off and move to Chicago with him. You know, I told him, no, you're going to have to go there yourself. I'm staying here.
No doubt. Yeah, I don't want to go to Chicago.
You know, I've got 2 biracial grandchildren.
Yeah.
You
Dudley
know?
Yeah, Dudley's got a niece
I
and
got
nephew that are. Oh well, no, you've got a ton because if you count Mignon's kids, we've
Yeah, I got them in my family tree.
Dudley. I will snip you, dude.
I mean, we're all a mixed race if you stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Of some kind, you know. So I mean,
Yeah, I used to ask my dad, because you know I grew up in a small town and people were like, "Oh, I'm this, and oh, I'm this, and I'm this." And I asked my dad one time, "Dad, what are we?" And he said, "We're mutts, high and 57. We come from everywhere." I was like, so I went to school and they're like, "What are you?" "I'm a mutt." Gear.
Hey, Gear.
Gear's
Sure.
here. Because literally, you know, my family tree is Italian, French, Irish, German, We got some.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the English and Danish and Scottish and Native American and So I mean, it's like pick something, Just pick something. I'm something. So, and granted, yes, everybody's like, but they're all white. Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah. Well, after generations, it depends on where your ancestors actually came from. Each generation loses its pigmentation, so the skin gets lighter in some cases. In some cases, there's a generation born with a not so much lighter skin.
You know what I like to tell those people? Because a lot of the racist people that I know are Christians. So I'm like, last time I checked and read the Bible, we all come from Noah.
Yeah.
We all related to Noah. Just saying. Yep. All of us.
Yes. And he wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, he was an Israelite.
So, yeah.
And Jesus himself was an Israelite.
Yep.
When
I say that to them, they huff at me and walk away. Well, I mean, it's just stupid. It's just ignorance. It's stupid, and I hate it. And
my chat room wasn't the only chat room that got hit. There was a couple other chat rooms that got hit, but not with the same slander that I got hit with.
Right.
I don't know where that person come from or why they would even say that. And it's like I told them, if you're going to be like that, you can. I don't know if you sub to my channel or not, but you can unsub. I blocked them. I reported them because they put like 6 messages in there, and then I told Miss Malachi, I said, I guess we're just going to have to start talking about the Lord again. Maybe they'll just disappear.
Yep. Give it all to God. And that's one of those things. We got enough crap going on in this world. Why do you want to put more emphasis on something that really
is petty? That's petty.
Yeah. Hello. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but people getting murdered in the streets every day. Let's worry about that. Let's not worry about what color somebody's skin is.
Well, I'm worried about all these kids that are being taken.
Yep.
Put your effort in that.
Last time I checked, your skin color didn't make you a good or a bad person. It's your heart. So
yeah,
and we all have the same color heart.
And guess what?
The same color.
When you prick your finger, no matter what race you are, you all bleed the same color.
Yeah. No, I'm green.
I'm
kidding. I'm just being sarcastic. But yeah,
you've been around the nuclear plants drinking the nuclear water too much. That's what's happened to you.
Yeah. That's where I go chunky dunking.
In the dark.
Flurp, flurp. I'm kidding. Lord. But yeah, I just get tired of it.
Glow in the dark lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Lord. You never know what's coming out of his mouth. I'm sorry, y'all.
Don't be
you should
sorry.
see the water gun fight.
Do what, Dudley?
I said you should see the water gun fight. You get tracer rounds.
I need another drink for this conversation. I'm just saying.
I'll have to go fix me a tequila sunset.
Last time I had one of those, my only mode of transportation was crawling, so I don't hang out with tequila too much anymore.
I was on this guy from the UK. His name is John. His channel is Fish and Frustrated.
Yeah.
And I was over on his live stream the other day, and he had a young lady from the Philippines and this truck driver that goes by the BKM.
Okay.
What is his channel? Black Knight or no, it's not Black Knight. Let me look right here. I sub to their channel. But anyway, they do karaoke.
Oh,
and,
cool.
these girls from the Philippines, even though they speak pretty good fluent English, okay?
Mhm.
But honey, when they're singing, oh my gosh. I told them girls, I said, y'all gonna have me to drinking because y'all singing some of this old beer drinking country music.
Yeah.
And y'all were young. They were young. He goes by the name of Black Knight Mustang,
No.
is what he goes by. He's a truck driver from out of Alabama.
Huh.
And he drives I think it's a big Kenworth truck. And it
Yeah.
has the
Oh,
roll
yeah?
tides and stuff on it. Yeah.
What's your truck, Daddy? Oh,
Which one?
you got a Pete in the internationals, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. I forget. I can't keep up.
Oh, I got a Peterbilt 387 and 2 International Pro Stars.
I think that's what he drives. He was showing it in one of his YouTube channels. But he'll be driving down the road and he will be doing karaoke with some of them. And he really likes to watch them Philippine women
Uh-huh.
That sounds like Bob.
Sounds like Dudley.
I
because
don't think so.
Yeah,
I
I
Not
used
no
to.
more.
well, a
Used
couple
to.
of them will even get up there and do like dance exercises and stuff when they're doing karaoke and stuff,
Yeah.
so trying to like dance and sing too. But I think it's because they have their cell phones sitting there because they're challenging each other and they get what is it? These bananas and different
Oh my God, Dudley.
different Dudley, please.
You cannot have a serious conversation with him. Sorry.
It's a form of cash or something
Yeah.
from them cash apps.
Got a joke for you.
Oh, here we go.
Sydney, cover up your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not even listening to y'all.
You know what the difference is when a woman's hungry and horny?
Dudley.
Or you put the cucumber.
Oh God.
You're horrible. I didn't see that one coming.
Oh, no, because
I
that's
thought it
the
was
reason.
Please don't run fruits and vegetables for me, okay?
No doubt, please. Oh my God. Yeah, there went my salad. Talking about tossed salad. Shit.
That's what you get.
God. Okay, is Beer singing a song over here in chat?
Oh,
Babe.
Corn logs. Yep. We got a convoy.
Okay. God.
Go
Oh my
for it.
goodness.
Go for it. Sing it. Go ahead.
Gear, do you follow Gear's channel?
Gary's channel.
Gear Garden 19. Do you follow his channel?
Giga.
No, I don't think I have that channel.
Oh my goodness. You need to go check out Gear. He's a riot. He's funny. You need to laugh. Gear's guaranteed to get you laughing.
Just
Well, the
because
guy-
his voice is in the buff.
The guy I was talking about, Fish and Frustrated, he speaks pretty good English from the UK.
Mhm.
But I've never heard him sing until the other day. And he has a little bit of stutter sometimes. But when he sings, there ain't no stutter, no nothing. That man can sing. I was like, oh my God, John, I didn't know you could sing like that. That's awesome.
I can sing as good as a mime.
Yeah, totally.
Oh no, you didn't. You did not go there. You not go there.
Oh dear.
Oh
Man,
no, I'm going to have to change language now.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
That reminds me of Full Metal Jacket.
No,
Oh no, no.
That'd
sadly.
be a long time.
Leave that one alone.
Like the Orientals used to say in the club when I used to order, "Hey, GI, you buy me drink, it only costs you $5. $5.
Yeah.
That'd be a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
long
no.
time. That'd be a long 2 minutes.
One of my Oriental bosses I used to work with in the club, she come up to me one night and she's like, Kim, Papa Zahn say he take you hotel $250. I said, no, you go hotel with Papa Zahn for $250. I know go hotel motel with Papa Zahn. And Papa Zahn was looking at me. He said, you come here. I said, no, I don't come to you. And he said, I wanted some kimchi. I said, I'll go get you some kimchi. I brought him back the bowl of kimchi. I'm holding my nose because this shit stinks. You know? And he's like, what's wrong with you? I said, no. He said, I like you. I said, I don't care. I don't like you. You take this and you go.
Emma, you have a good night.
I would not go back there.
Thank you for coming, Emma. You have a good night.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't
Trish.
run you off.
No.
Trish likes kiwis, so.
No, Trish don't like kiwis. Thank you. Would you quit with that? I should have never said nothing to you.
Oh, no, no,
Good
no.
Lord.
That's kiwi bath soap, right, Trish?
Well, I wish it was bath soap. So I was in a bar here, not too far from home, and
You see, you didn't say your hair smelled good.
did you make me another drink, bartender? Lord have mercy.
You want
Yeah.
a blue Hawaiian? Gin and tonic? I said, would you like a blue Hawaiian or a gin and tonic? Jack and Coke?
I'm having vodka tonight, so.
Oh.
But this is back when I worked at Walmart.
likes
Way back in the
screwdrivers.
day. I don't like screwdrivers. Oh, damn it. Anyways, we were at having some Walmart celebration. We were at this bar, and I went up to the bar to get a beer, and this guy was sitting at the bar, and it started out first he wanted to trade shirts.
Uh-oh.
And I had on like this knit short sleeve sweater. I was like, no, I think I'll keep my shirt, thank you. And I'm not a little woman. I'm, 5'11". I'm not short by no means. And of course back then I was a lot smaller than skinnier than I am now.
Yeah.
And that's enough. I don't want to fall over drunk on YouTube. But anyways, I was like, all right, maybe that's what they do in New Zealand or something. I don't know. Well, I go up a little while later to get another beer, and he's still sitting at the bar, and he's like, I'm going to eat you. And I was like, that's no. So I went and found the biggest guy in the bar that I knew, the tallest dude, and I was like, do not leave my side for any circumstances whatsoever, because I don't know what's wrong with this man, because he's like, what's wrong? And I said, well, first he wanted me to trade shirts with him. Now he's like, I'm going to eat you. And I don't know what we're talking. And he's laughing. And so, yeah, because my boyfriend was too interested in being upstairs playing pool at the time. He wasn't interested in, protecting me. So I was like,
Right.
And at the end of the night, we were all leaving. And he's like, oh, man, I didn't get a dance with you. You should come. And I'm talking, the guy was like up to here on me. Okay. He's. So I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah, I've got to go. I'll be damned if he didn't go to the truck stop to eat after we did. And we were all in the truck stop eating, and here he and his crew come in. I was like, Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. But I was like, I didn't know that you called them Kiwis. I was just like, hey, he's from New Zealand. And he's like, yeah, we call Kiwis. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you're a Kiwi. I don't know why you want to be, okay. Is that after the bird, the fruit? I'm thinking the fruit now, but excuse me, that probably wasn't very nice, but I was like, don't hit on me. I hate it when people hit on me. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
And I'm like very self-conscious about certain things anyways. And I do. Everybody's like, you're prejudiced. Okay, I have this whole height differential issue. So like short guys just don't do it for me. I like them a little bit taller, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I caught a lot of flack. I caught a lot of flack over that one because, oh yeah, he's just short. And I'm like, you know how awkward that is for a tall.
Yeah,
Not comfortable.
I do. I was 5'9". I'm down to 5'7". I've lost 2 inches over the last 20 years. I guess because of getting old and degenerative bone disease. But anyway, I'm still fairly tall, but I always like a guy at least 6 foot, you know, or taller.
I dated this guy from Iowa one time, and he was 6'8".
Oh my gosh!
And when we first met, he was like, "Damn, you're tall," and I'm like, "What?" I had to break my neck just to look at him. I was like, "Okay," but he's like, "I'm not used to being around women so tall." I'm like, "Okay." That was just weird and awkward, but.
Let me put some heels on and see how tall I can get.
Yeah, no kidding. So, and I'm a klutz, so me and heels, nah. When you sprain your ankles as many times as I have, and you go to put on heels, you're like Bambi on ice. You're a wobble. I can't do it. Can't do it. So, not cool. But yeah, that's one thing with Dudley. He's a little bit taller than I am, so that helps. But and then Josh, he calls me a Nephilim, Garner Josh. He's like,
I might be related to him somewhere in the bloodline.
Maybe. Because, like, both my great grandfathers were 6'7", 6'8". I have cousins that are like 6'8". My dad was 6'4". I didn't,
Yeah.
Are you telling stories again?
Yeah, telling stories again. Making up shit, because that's what we do.
You know we're fake, right?
Totally fake. So yeah, Josh calls me Nephilim because I'm taller than him. I'm like, I am not a Nephilim.
Grasshopper is taller than him.
What are you drinking with your vodka?
It's watermelon vodka with Sprite.
Watermelon vodka with Sprite.
Yeah.
Well, now you made me want a tequila sunrise for a nightcap.
I think it's Smirnoff, right, babe? Smirnoff.
Yep.
I used to drink, well, I still do on occasion, but UV blue with Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a real pretty green color.
Yeah.
I just don't do beer very well.
I used to drink a lot of beer. I don't so much anymore. I used to drink Budweiser, and then Budweiser got to where it was giving me a headache. So I went to Bud Light, and it still gave me a headache. And so I went to Michelob Ultra. But I can only drink 2 or 3 of those, and I'm done.
Yeah, I can't drink beer. I drank Budweiser a couple times. I didn't like the feeling on my tongue that
PBR.
Yeah. And then so I like more of the dark lagers, the Amberbach and Heineken, and if I'm gonna drink a beer, I like something more like that, but just not a big beer person. Now when we went to Cuba, I had a couple Coronas with Marty and Dudley. So
I'm more of
it
a
wasn't
whiskey.
bad, but I'm like my dad. It's got to be the hard stuff. I'm just not a big fan of. I don't do wine. I don't do beer.
I used to be a big Jack Daniels fan, but then he got me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up beating the hell out of 6 cops one night. So
yeah, I remember you telling that story. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
But yeah, then I went from that to 12-year-old Club Classic, and cognac,
Mm-hmm.
and I went for a while without drinking at all. But
Yeah.
then I went back to drinking a little bit here and there, and then I got plenty of liquor here in the house, but I don't drink it very often.
No, I don't either. I was just hurting so bad today that I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah,
Sitting here, the arthritis in my back and is all flamed out, and I'd be like this the whole time in the show because I was hurting so bad. So I was like, "You're gonna have to make me something to drink so I can relax a little bit because it was killing me." So
yeah. I don't blame you there. It looks like we're the only ones left in y'all's chat rooms, huh? Everybody else must have went on to bed.
is beer still here? Well,
But it usually works. We're usually the last ones in.
let's see.
Uh-oh. Gear's in. He's getting him some Jim Beam.
Oh,
we're
well,
gonna have ourselves a drinking party.
okay. Well, then I'm just going to have to slip over to my kitchen real quick and just throw me something together. I'll be right back.
Johnny
Well, it says
Walker.
we got 6 people watching, so
You got people lurking in the background.
Yeah.
probably
Bye,
it's all
Amy.
right. Darling, don't be doing no strip tease. We don't need to be.
You know you'd like it.
Quit muting your damn self, Dudley. Show your face. You're making me feel uncomfortable now. My darling.
My baby.
Are you eating? What are you eating?
My nightly treat.
What are you eating, Dudley?
My nightly treat.
Which is?
My nightly treat.
Nelly Wiley.
What?
Gear. If we plan another camping trip close by, would you go camping with us too?
Yeah. I'll bring the mustard and biscuits.
You? Yeah. I like the biscuits, not the mustard. You know, it sounds good right now.
Ham clamor.
I was thinking grilled cheese, but grilled cheese and ham would be pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I am hungry, Daddy. I can't believe you didn't offer me anything to eat. I'm over here hungry, and you're over there eating.
You didn't say nothing.
You didn't ask.
Drink. You got a drink. I got me something to snack on.
You eating the soup?
Yeah.
Man, you're not too old to go camping. Gear. Oh, boy. Miss
I'm in
Kim,
my
drink that
60s.
straw.
I had to grab the straw for.
Isn't it pretty? So pretty.
Yeah.
I love the color of tequila sunrise, but man,
I used to
almighty.
drink those on Dollar Well night. I'd carry around 2 of them.
I call it a tequila sunset because it's after dark.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't had, I don't know how long ago it's been since I've had one of those.
But I like to fix me some blue Hawaiians or a mudslide or something like that here too, like or frozen margarita.
I don't care for the mudslides too much.
Neither do I. Taco Bell's hell.
Oh my god.
See, Dudley, the night I had the accident, I was making a run for the border.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were going to get tacos. I said I'm glad that I ended up driving because usually I would just send my girls out to go get something.
Yeah.
But that night I told him, now I'll go with y'all and I'll drive. So I'm
Right.
glad it was me that got injured and not my girls so much. So,
Yeah.
but the other girl's insurance company called my oldest daughter and asked her if she wanted to settle for $1,000. My daughter said, no, I'll be contacting my lawyer.
Yeah, no doubt.
And she said the only reason why she did that is not because she was hurt in the accident or anything. She said it was just to let them know that she wasn't going to settle for that in case she did need to go get some evaluation or something from a psychologist like the little one here, because they're still nervous about getting in. This one here is still nervous when we get in the car and go somewhere and big vehicles are on both sides of us.
Yeah.
And she's like, too close, too close, too close. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
Yeah. That's awful.
But I told her, we just got to face it and overcome it. We'll manage.
Yeah. It's hard. I was in 2 accidents in 3 weeks' time. Both of those I stopped at a stop sign and they hit me. And I never went to the hospital or anything for any of it. And the doctor that I was seeing, the specialist, thinks that's why my neck and stuff's messed up and I can't raise my arms without losing blood flow is because of those accidents. So whiplash or something.
Yeah.
So
well, I've got bulging herniated discs in my neck and in my back.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help because of past vehicle wrecks from my earlier days when I was out drinking and driving and flipping or hot rodding and flipping and rolling cars and things like that. I used to love to hot rod.
Yeah.
I had a dune buggy that had a 914 Porsche engine in it with dual carbs and stuff. I'd hot rod that thing all over town.
Yeah,
My goodness.
he gets
Well,
whiplash
cheers,
every time I walk
everybody.
by her. Cheers.
Cheers. Dink.
And cheers to you in chat.
Yeah, Trish gets whiplash every time I walk by. She got to take a double take.
Well, maybe because you look so good to her.
That's right. Good enough to eat.
You realize you make it difficult to be nice sometimes, right, babe?
Always.
I love you, darling.
The other night when I was listening to them singing karaoke, or the other afternoon, I should say, the truck driver, I told him, I said, I'll be back in a minute. I got to go fix a drink. And I come back and he's like, what you drinking, Miss Kim? And I told him, and he's like, oh, that looks good. Can I have a drink? So I'm holding it up to the screen. I'm like, here you go. He's like, ooh, that's a little strong. I said, yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I go through phases on when I drink. I went through a phase when I was younger where I liked Long Island iced teas.
Oh, I still got all the stuff to make that too.
Yeah, and then went through a phase where I liked the wild honey. Or, no, it was wild turkey, American honey, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other American honey that I like to drink? Jim Beam, babe? I don't remember.
Jim Beam honey.
I'd mix those with Dr. Pepper. They weren't too bad. But then I was like, I quit drinking Dr. Pepper for a long time because it was causing me health issues. And so I don't drink those no more because I can't tolerate it no more.
Yeah.
So, and me and rum aren't good friends at all. So we don't mix well.
I always say rum makes you dumb.
Oh, rum makes me numb. I can't feel nothing. I can't walk. I can't nothing but laugh like a fool and puke all over myself. So me, no.
I can't do the dark rum. I can do the Bacardi Light, but I can't do the dark.
I don't know what rum it was. Not at all.
Now I do drink
It was
dark
liquid
whiskey.
rum.
I do drink dark whiskey because Crown Royal is a dark whiskey, and I got 2/5 of that. I just had one delivered for my birthday, but in September I said, well, I'll just stack it on top of the other one that I got. And then I got some cognac, some Cavassier. I have a big bottle and a small bottle. Got Jack Daniels, but I bought that for my brother's fiance for when they come to visit. And I don't expect them to come visit anytime soon. So I guess that bottle of Jack Daniels will age a little bit more before they get here again.
Oh, that's cool.
I got a bottle of homemade blackberry wine. I got one bottle left. And it was made in 2015. So it's been aging for another 6 years. So
Maybe I should make some wine.
three of those bottles of blackberry wine I took to some benefits for people that passed away.
Yeah.
They sold for over $125 a bottle at each benefit.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Uh-oh.
She had to make another run.
Probably.
You're making her hungry.
I know it. She was thinking of the kiwi.
You need to quit.
I know it.
Say it's hard to quit when you ain't got started good, right?
Right. Can't quit if I don't get in it.
Yeah. Do you say you drink PBR?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
PBR or I found a new one, that Corona Familiar. It's smooth. I like it.
I've never tried the Corona beer. Now I have tried PBR back a long time ago. They used to call that Puerto Rican beer.
Good night, Suburban. We'll see you soon, dear.
Good night.
I'm more of a whiskey person.
Yeah.
Corona Familiar is pretty smooth. It's not. I like it a lot better than the regular Corona. I don't care for a straight Corona, but
I've never drank any of the Coronas. So
if you like dark beer, the darker beers, then you'll like the Corona Familiar. It's pretty smooth. It's not something I'm going to drink all the time, but
it almost reminds me of the Amber Bock, but not so much of a lager taste.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never drank it either, so I wouldn't know. Oh, so your friend back here said that they were too old to go camping?
Gear, yeah.
I'll tell them I'm in my 60s. That don't mean I'm too old to go camping.
As long as I got an air mattress where I can roll my, if I'm on the ground, I ain't walking. I'm just saying, you might as well dig a hole and bury me because I can't move. But
yeah, I want to get me one of those new twin air mattresses, the ones that blows up into the big double.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get me one of the old army cots that they used. Yeah.
We've got a couple of them.
Yeah, they need new canvas though, and probably some of that wood needs replaced because it looked pretty rotten to me. But
yeah,
the old metal ones that they used to have were pretty good, but the damn army surplus stores around here are shut down. You can't get nothing from them no more.
Yeah,
a lot of them starting to shut down.
We have really, really, really old army cots that made out of the wood frames and canvas.
Yeah.
So I just gotta. I don't think my sewing machine's strong enough to even attempt trying to sew that canvas for one. Now my Trindle sewing machine, it could probably do it, but I don't know how you'd even go about trying to do that. So
yeah.
Well, I do have an idea. It's just you'd have to take all the wood apart and You
Yeah.
know, I could do it. I know I could do it. It's just when you got 3 little ones, and Lydia loves to help me sew,
Yeah.
and she always poking me with the pins, trying to hand me the pins while I'm
Right.
So it gets too frustrating to try to sew with them around, because then they fight over who's going to hand me the straight pins, and
Yeah.
then my pattern gets ripped, and I'm like, well, shit.
Can you
But
just cut it out and
bought
piece it
a-
together?
Yeah, I bought a sewing machine. I used it, I think, twice to hem some stuff up.
mm,
And then I bought a case for it to set it in. And
yeah,
that's where it has been sitting and collecting dust. I'm like, okay, I really need to do something with some of the old clothes I got around here, cut and make some patterns and piece them together and make some quilts. And I ain't done that either. I've been procrastinating other than canning
yeah.
or prepping. That's mainly what I've been doing with my extra money.
But
My
you know what I
my
should do?
my little sewing machine got a workout last year, so it's been taking a much needed break. I was making masks out the wazoo. My mom and my sister worked at Walmart,
Mm,
so they bunch of people. My mom was like, "Oh, my daughter can make masks," without even asking me.
yeah.
Right? Sure.
Well, I had made a suggestion, and when I had Facebook, just right before all this stuff went down, I knew it was coming down. Because it came out a lot earlier than what the administration said it did.
Mhm.
He
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
say he didn't say nothing for it for almost 2 months, but I knew 2 months ahead of time, and I was making some suggestions on Facebook. And well, next thing I know, a bunch of the church ladies and stuff got together and got their sewing machines and stuff, and some of the college students from Austin P started making them
Yeah.
and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I had already done prepped 5 years ago for this shit. I had already had the M95 mask. I already had other masks. I already had gloves and all this other crap, And I'm like, I don't know why I'm buying it. I just know God's pressing on me to buy it, so I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the summer, I went into a store, and they had the M95 mask for the people that do lawn care service. And there was 10 of them in each box, and they were marked down to $5 a box. So I just swooped down and picked them all up and bought them all. My kids were looking at me, Mom, why are you buying all of those? I said, God told me to.
Yep.
Why are you getting all these medical supplies? God told me to.
Yep.
He said, you prepare the way and they'll come. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm getting ready for whatever it is. So
That's how I kind of do things, you just get these urges. Deli and I, especially where we live, we're either faced with tornadoes or we're faced with ice storms, so
yeah,
we're bound to lose power one way or another. Or, we get idiots on a high-speed chase from the cops and they take out a power pole. So, which just happened 2 days ago. So, we're all the time losing power for whatever reason. So, oh my God, what was it, 6-7 years ago, dear?
Something like that.
We started collecting hand tools, things that, whether it was kitchen gadgets or whatever kind of gadgets that did not need power.
Yeah.
So I've got this cool funky grinder, where I can shred cheese, cabbage, whatever. It don't matter. I can still my food processor. We got a corn shucker, grain, the old cast iron ones that weigh like 100 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
Those, I've always had camping gear because I've always been camping all my life. So, but we just started collecting all that stuff a long time ago. And, Yes, gear. Yeah, we're supposed to get tornadoes tomorrow too, by the way. So
Oh no.
pray for us. But
Yes, ma'am.
we've been collecting all this stuff for a long, long time. Um,
I don't know what our weather is going to be today. I can't say tomorrow because it's already today.
well, we're supposed to have tornadic activity late in the evening throughout the night, apparently. So,
Of course, it always wants to happen at night. I know they've been shooting the heck out of these skies and stuff. Really,
yeah,
these clouds look really ominous here the other day, and they look pretty wild this evening.
I'll tell you, this morning, late last night, this morning, we had some. Okay, Friday night, Saturday morning. I'm forgetting we're already in Sunday. We had some hellacious thunder and lightning here at our house. I mean, my whole house, my house was rumbling. The windows, there was a couple. I thought the windows were coming out of the walls because they was rattling so bad. I was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh my goodness!
So
that's not
I
good.
slept through it. So
yeah, Dudley sleeps through everything. So I got kicked out of bed like 5:30 in the morning because my granddaughter got scared. So she crawled in bed. So I went out to go to the bathroom, and my grandson was whimpering in his room. So I was like, "You want to go crawl in bed with Sissy and Papa?" He's like, "Yes, please." So I set him in there so he could go back to sleep. And I come downstairs, and I was like, "Well, I'll sleep on the couch." And then the windows got to rattling. I was like, "I guess I won't sleep." I'm up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I live in an apartment, and it's a 3-bedroom apartment. So I'm up here by the front office, so I can hear the alarm system if it goes off at the school, or if it goes off on the other side of the highway. And my girls, when they both were here, they know to go to my back bedroom into that back bathroom, because that's the safest place for them to be at. And I had people that helped me when I first moved in here. They were helping me move in. They're like, "Miss Kim, at least that little closet you got right here in the living room, that would be a good place for y'all to." I said, "No, it wouldn't. If it comes that way and it takes this part," I said, "the safest place would be back in the back bathroom."
As long as it's interior room and no windows.
And Sydney, the little one here, she's like, "Is it time for me to take the birds back there?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead and take them back there." She's like, "Well, we got to save the birds." So
yeah, the only thing that I really like about this house is we have a full basement underneath, and it has a storm room down in the basement off to the, and it's all 6-inch concrete all the way around it. So
yeah. It's reinforced concrete.
Oh well, that's good.
Underground, so
3 parts of it's underground. The roof is probably 6 inches reinforced. Then the other part is reinforced because it's foundation.
Yeah.
The only weak spot is the door.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, and then we have the outdoor cellar too from way back in the day, but
yeah. Well, that's always good.
So we get a lot of neighbors when we get a lot of bad weather.
We get the whole street. What are you talking about?
We get our neighbors, their friends, their pets,
Their dogs,
their friends' pets. Everybody comes bringing their animals. So,
oh my goodness.
But yeah, we're gonna have to be careful with that. Now that we got Jack. Jack's not too keen on male dogs, so he finally came into his male adulthood. So,
What kind of dog?
Great Pyrenees, Anatolian Shepherd mix.
Oh, nice.
a fluffy mutt.
I've been wanting to get. I was wanting to get one of Hawk's dogs, one of his purebred German Shepherds.
Yeah,
and because he's had some beautiful, beautiful dogs.
Yeah,
and he said that's all fine and dandy. If you want one, you have to come all the way to Oregon to get it. And I'm like, Oregon,
yeah,
Oregon. It'll take me 2 days to drive to damn Oregon.
No kidding. Yeah.
Oh,
Let me see if I can.
It'd take me a week to go out
He's
there
in
and
the
back.
living room.
He said, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing him on the airplane."
I seen one of his litters where he had 2 white German Shepherds.
Mhm.
I think one of them passed away. It's been a while back. And I was like, oh my God, there's a family that lives outside of town here, and they have pure black German Shepherds. And I was like, that would be so cool to have a pure black German Shepherd and a pure white German Shepherd. That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
They'd be so beautiful. Jack!
I had
There he comes.
when I went to Pennsylvania with my husband, my second husband.
Hey, Jack.
We didn't have no dog, but when we came back, we got a dog.
There's Jack.
Oh, he's beautiful.
And Rose.
That's our Jack. He's a big
He's
fur bear.
beautiful.
And this one's Rose. You can't hardly see her.
Oh, she's beautiful too.
She's a lab mix. Somebody dumped her out in the middle of the road in an ice storm, so
Aw.
she was
Baby.
supposed to stay here, but
I had got a white husky and German Shepherd mix, and he was just solid white. And I brought him back from Pennsylvania. His name was Alex. He was a good dog.
my daughter had
He could handle me being around him drinking,
yeah.
but anybody else drinking, I would tell him, look, if his hair on his back is standing up from his tail to his head, please stay away from him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be held reliable for his reactions because there's just certain people, something about your aura that he doesn't like. And that was the same way with my Rottweiler, my German Rock that I had. And I haven't had a dog since I lost my Rock. So
Yeah.
that was the best dog, I think, out of all the dogs I've had. He was the best one that I ever had. And
we had to bury our best dog, Beretta, a couple years ago. But we got Jack, and because we were planning on moving out of this house, selling it, and moving out to a farm, and I wanted a livestock guardian dog that he's never been on a farm, so he's one that would have to stay pinned up. We were just going to use him for a breeder.
yeah.
And well, now we haven't got to move, so we still have him. And the people that owned him before us always had him in the house, so he thinks he's an indoor dog, which makes him. Oh, and I'm allergic to dogs, so I've always got allergy issues, and they shed. These 2 dogs shed worse than anything I've ever dealt with. But he's proven that, you don't kick in our doors. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty protective.
My neighbor, Miss Baldwin, that moved out from the apartments here, we went over to the new apartment where she moved to, the townhouse, today to see her and her dog Onyx, which he's on my YouTube channel. Because he'd come down here to visit the rabbits when I had the rabbits here.
Oh.
But ever since I had that accident, I don't know what it is. It's something about my left leg.
Mm-hmm.
He will approach my left leg and he will sit there at my lower part of my leg and just smell it.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, Onyx, I will have the doctors look into it and see what's going on with that left leg.
Yeah.
Because I know that dogs can sense certain things, and
Yes, they do.
he knows that I've not been feeling well. And he come up here a couple of days after I got home from the hospital, and he just sat right there beside me at the couch, and he would not move.
Yeah.
She told him, Miss Baldwin's like, Onyx, Mommy's going home. He just turned his head and just kind of rolled his eyes and looked at her and looked back at me and laid his head there. I said, well, go on home. Come back after him after a while. He's not ready to go.
Yeah.
And he stayed right there with me the whole time. So
Yeah.
But yeah,
Brenda-
I see the storms moving in. I'm looking at it on radar.
Yeah.
I was looking to see if go ahead.
They were.
Honey.
Do you remember the tornadoes that were was last week that was all over Oklahoma?
Yeah.
They said this system's setting up to be a better setup for tornadoes than that system was. So I was like, oh joy. But it might be more northern Missouri, like up in Kansas City, St. Louis area than me. So I don't wish those things on anybody, but these kids are terrified of storms. So it's a little difficult. No, I don't want to, baby.
Yeah. Well, I was concerned because my daughter, her and her husband came through here the other week, and they were going to Kansas City to see his family and to take her up there to meet his family after they got married and stuff, because they got married. They got married through like JAG lawyers or something.
Mm-hmm.
They got married somewhere in the state of Minnesota, or not Minnesota, but Montana.
Yeah.
And nobody was there. It was just the lawyers on their behalf because of this whole bullcrap stuff that's going on. But I said, it's amazing how smart this virus is, because it's completely wiped out a bunch of other stuff you don't even hear about anymore.
No kidding.
I said, I never knew that it could be that smart and intelligent.
Yeah, it won't hit football games and it don't hit riots, but by golly, it's going to get your family gathering.
Oh, yeah. But it doesn't touch the politicians now.
Or UPS, apparently.
Yeah. But you'll see people riding their bikes with masks on. You'll see people in their cars with their mask on, and walking down the street with their mask. I'm like, people, please take that off. You can't breathe. What is wrong with y'all?
And Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong here. Please, Lord, forgive me. I know this isn't the mark of the beast, but it's like the pre-training for, and I hear all these people that scream God, please, Lord, forgive me. I don't know how to word this without sounding like a total ass, but they scream to, they're Christian and they believe in God and they do all this stuff, but yet they're running out the door. They can't get there fast enough to get that old,
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. All this whole time, me and my children have not been sick, and we don't wear it.
Right.
I protest against it.
I
had my daughter make me a shirt,
Yeah.
And just like I had her make me this sweatshirt here.
Yeah.
But then on the front of it, I had her put this on the front.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Yep.
It's not that I follow the 17th letter of the alphabet.
Right.
But in the beginning, I was looking into some of that stuff. But then I'm like, there's some of that stuff that just doesn't add up.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, I did save some PDFs, which I let go of a lot of them PDFs. And then I got ridiculed by some of them in the prepping community about them, some of them PDFs. They're like, well, the 201s we already knew about, and we find that they're not real. Okay, well, if they're not real, then why all of a sudden are they now talking about the 201s on the internet? Why are they talking about those PDFs?
Are you talking about
Well, I'm getting a folder.
Yvette?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're not they're pretty dead on for not being real.
Yeah.
Saying- just
So, I mean, you know,
Do you two want to talk backstage?
no,
I'm-
you're
what happened there?
I guess he's getting ready to go to bed. So go get back on there so everybody can see your beautiful face, and we'll call it a night.
Okay.
We'll talk backstage.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
okay.
getting sleepy. He claims to be a big dog, but he can't hang.
Oh, the puppy's got to go night night.
Puppy's gotta go night night.
You have a good night too.
Good night, Gear. Thank you for joining us, and whoever else is out there. Thank you for taking time to spend with us. Hope we were somewhat entertaining. Dudley, you are so silly. You know, someday our grandkids is going to see
You
this
need
and
to
be
tape it
scared.
up. You need to just do a little touch up. Just a little.
Oh, you should see when he comes out of the shower and he brushes it and it sticks straight off his head. Oh my god.
See, I can spread it.
Okay. You gonna let Trish braid it?
It's not long enough.
No,
mean,
I get braids about yay big.
He's
Then
still
again,
a puppy.
make me a little bigger.
Yeah. Make you some handlebars that go out.
Yeah.
We told him we were going to dress him up as a dwarf for Halloween.
One year, Trish, I put this dress on and I went out for Halloween with the kids.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, Miss Kim, what are you dressed as? I said, a 50-something-year-old pregnant lady. I said, I'm May. I may pop today and I may pop tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm a
Yeah.
makeup. Yep.
I
Funny.
used to have some may pop tires.
Yeah, we had one of those on our camping trip. We just didn't realize it was a Maypop until it popped.
Well, it sounds like
Right.
you guys had a good camping trip.
It
Oh, we
was.
did.
It was good. It was great. It was much needed. Much needed.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to shut down the live stream and
All right,
y'all
darling.
can talk backstage. And
Good night, anybody that's out in chat.
good night, everybody that's left. Don't have too
Good
much
night.
fun.
See you next weekend.
All righty. You want me to leave too?
No.
No.